buonasera a tutti. Good evening. Welcome to Fate's Grip. Hello. Hi. How you all doing?
Good.
Yeah.
Excellent. Not much, Anne. Grippers, yeah. Look. Hello, Aeon. Hello, Maple. Hello. Good to have everybody here. Whoa, and MVC, hello. Oh, well done.
He's so good. As soon as we gave him mod, he was like, hey, how do I make this stream a better place?
That's pretty amazing. Thank you. Yeah, get yourself. We'll talk about Arden soon. But excellent. Speaking of Aeon, we're just going to go straight into some shout-outs. Glad to be here. And Aeoncraft is our awesome friend who we've been able to partner with to give away one of his amazing apparel T-shirts. So, with that in mind, the gelatinous cube white tee is on our pinned tweet on Twitter. So please feel free to head into there and go into the draw to win. But also on aeoncraft.com.au, you can find some of his amazing dice, all of them actually, and some of his apparel. So get into that and buy some anyway, because he's an amazing dice maker. Fantastic. Easy as. Go for it. Who's next?
Are we doing clockwise?
Yeah, sure. Clockwise is good.
This is
My anti-clockwise, yeah.
Hey, spontaneous stream that I'm apparently maybe joining tomorrow. I'm waiting for full confirmation that it's actually going ahead. But I maybe had one too many drinks the other night, and I was like, in Raging Rolls chat, I was like, when do I get to play with you all again? And so naturally they messaged me and they were like, hey, you want to play with us? So I might be on Raging Rolls tomorrow night at whatever time, to be determined. If you haven't checked them out, Raging Rolls on Twitch and on Twitter. They're Australian, they're really cool, we love them a lot.
Amazing. Okay. If it's just you, Ham, but if anyone else has an audio issue, let us know.
Please let us know.
Yes, thank you. Awesome. Thank you very much for the clarification. Go for it.
A stream that I've been invited to that is 100% confirmed. The amazing guys over at Arden Roleplay have invited me to play Call of Cthulhu, Gateways to Terror, The Dead Border. So I'm very excited. It'll be my first time ever playing Cthulhu. Join me as I learn the rules and make many mistakes this Thursday, the 31st, at 7 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. So tune on in, check out the guys at Arden Roleplay. It's me, a very cool crew doing it.
Cool.
Yeah, make sure you go to check that out. They've got some really cool stuff on there. They've also got the cards that we have that we'll hold up, and I hope that the camera will do it justice. These guys are phenomenal. They've been with us for a long time. Looking forward to seeing that, and check out spectator codes and things like that, so you can actually enjoy the creations of what the cards present during the streams as well.
Beautiful. Amazing. Go for it.
Horizon Forbidden West is pretty good.
Look, it's amazing.
I will shout out though, Meeples and Dragons. Long-time friends of the show, Saz and John, thank you very much. I'm sure you will be hearing about more giveaways upcoming. And you can always check out their website, meeplesanddragons.com. A whole bunch of TTRPG apparel, games, equipment, everything that you could possibly want to do something similar to what we're doing.
Something we keep forgetting to shout out with Meeples is that we're attending PAX with them at the end of the year. So if you're Melbourne-based or if you're heading down to PAX, you'll be able to see us at the Meeples and Dragons booth, which is super fucking exciting. And on top of that, we would love to meet as many of you in Melbourne as we physically can. Maybe roll some bones and have some good times.
Yeah, exactly.
Can I say that was the most structured shout-outs we've ever done?
That was very, very structured.
That was like we planned it beforehand and had scripts.
We did not.
But we didn't.
We did not know. And thank you very much, Maple Dragoon, for that heads up. We'll try and fix that during the break. Date script?
Date script!
Amazing.
Ooh, yeah, you can bid on a date with the only eligible member of the cast.
Beautiful.
He has no idea what's going on.
That's fine.
I'm just trying.
Yeah, you beam us out, man. Thank
Dates
you.
with Fate's Grip. Yeah, bid on a dinner date with us.
Amazing. All right. With that
The
in
ability to run
Nice.
open-minded.
very much so.
Back to say I did it. We'll come.
Yeah, 100%.
Or don't, and just we'll probably split the bill with you. That's the only thing we'll do.
We'll still be there.
Regardless, we're in Melbourne.
Yeah, we will be. I can't wait. All right. With that in mind,
Let's see how this goes.
yeah, I think we'll just head straight into the recap. Obviously, after our intro. So enjoy. And we're back. We definitely are trying to sort out that echo. So let's see if that helps. The very quick thing that we did. So thank you very much for that. Much appreciated. Okay. Well, I think it's about time we're going for a recap. Let me see if I can also very quickly do this.
Suspicious to you.
I know, right? Always. All right, it's gonna go into there, and then to here, and into there.
What?
Can you just check your music?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Is it the weekend?
Is it the weekend? Really? I'm a fucking
I'm not
Wow.
fucking star
I'll
boy.
leave it.
I'm the star boy.
That's
No,
the theme.
really?
That's the theme of this.
I can't believe it. I have it closed. There's nothing playing it. Isn't that weird?
Just
That's so odd.
What?
Look what you did.
Look what you
getting
done.
a bit of a dance beat in the background.
So
Really?
Sid's rapping down the alley.
Apparently, I'm playing the weekend. Still going?
I think it's okay now.
It's okay now.
We've just had our first copyright strike.
Yay!
The weekend is suing us.
Nah, it's different enough.
As far as I can tell, the echo is better.
Better,
If
yeah.
anyone wants to comment,
Yeah.
and we will get initially the ability to look at that comment now.
Why?
Yeah, we'll have a
All
look.
right. Yeah.
Oh, thanks. Thanks. That's amazing. You don't need it? Oh, okay. Let's have a look.
Professional.
100%.
We're in a professional studio. This is not our living room.
Mm-mm. Alright, just gonna get rid of that.
It's really good.
This, and that.
That's what you did.
I'll see how that goes. Yeah, if it's actually still the weekend, please let me know. Because it's I don't have it playing anywhere, and that's just weird. I did have it before, definitely. But we'll see.
Maybe it's just stuck in Jordan's head.
100%.
Is it gone? Hey. Us not having having tech
That's-
issues?
That's proper music now.
Oh yeah, proper music. I like proper music.
I'm
Excellent.
sweating. I'm scared.
Got a shade on the
Oh,
weekend.
goodness. Okay, let's recap.
Yes, it is. I've seen him live and he's all.
So, recapping from last week.
Fate's group starts beef with the week.
No, he's never gonna come on.
Oh no.
That's right, Anthony. So, you were blinded, but were cured instantly by the beautiful Fae called Sarah, who spoke truthfully of the happenings and mysteries that surround Vim. You took Arella, the captive and innocent bystander in the temple, back to Old Rechi, who bade you goodbye before you magically charmed the stubborn Kinnem the Goliath into trading the bloated body of Boar, or the spider silk rope that you needed, Hood, in your quest, discovering a little bit more about Hinham's secret buyers. After exiting, you continued your day in the great city again, stronger, and heading towards a bathhouse. A bathhouse called Scrasser and Buffro. So, you have hurried away from also the conversation with the wheat merchant and are heading towards the direction of the closest bathhouse. What would you like to do on the way?
I'm gonna walk beside Hood and just be like, "Are you okay?
Yes, you will know I'm fine.
You just hurried out of there really quickly."
Didn't feel as comfortable as I thought I did.
Was it something we did?
No, not at all. You all have been fine.
Okay. I bought you some clothes.
Oh, you bought me some clothes. That's mighty kind of you. What did you get?
Got you what you tried on.
Oh.
Pull it out and I'll hand it to you. It's all wrapped up in something.
I'll stop from having take with both hands. Well, this is quite sweet.
Okay. You seem like you liked it. It looked really nice on you.
Yes. Perhaps it did. I should maybe give it another go.
Yeah, but you should probably bathe first because you are quite dirty.
Yes, after adventuring for the last few weeks, it would be nice to relax for a moment.
Yeah, you all smell like shit.
Well, I mean, you shouldn't speak of Ella like that. She's an old lady.
Okay.
No.
Sorry.
Truly, this is kind. I don't think I've owned anything new before.
Cool. Well, I'm glad that you do now.
And I'll tuck her away in my backpack or whatever.
That goes for all of you. Don't put your clothes on until you're clean. And then we'll go have a nice dinner and you can get dirty again.
What? Bella's gonna walk forward with all this nattering.
Mm-hmm.
As we're walking toward the bathhouse, the city seemed much the same as it was before we left.
There's no change that you can see. The day has become quite late in the morning, so the three suns are quite high in the sky. Clouds are fluffy and white and sparing, as the wind is a cool breeze. But otherwise, the citizens and the guards and other people in Old Rechi are going about their day as usual. You see the same business as you've seen every day. The flying beasts, the carriages, the traders with their carts filled with fruits, animals to sell and to trade, furs, leathers, weapons, all manner of different things, fine jewelry, etc. People shouting out. There are entertainers, jugglers. There are people that seem like they're skulking in the cornerways and then disappear quickly, or simply go about their normal day if they are spied by another pair of eyes. There's just a flock of activity.
Forgive me, what district are we in again?
At the moment, you're still in the market district and heading into the inn district, and that's where the bathhouse is.
I guess while we're heading through the market district, just keep an eye out anywhere where I could perhaps get a few, spell components, any shops like that. In particular, I'm looking for a bit of copper wire.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe some phosphorus or witch wood. Sorry, I didn't actually think of this until just now.
That's right. Make an investigation check and have a bit of a look as well.
-1, 16.
Wow. Okay, with a -1. Without hassle, you do come.
Level 3.
You do come across a few sellers of fine wares. Newman is the name of one that catches your eye, which does have copper wire in abundance. What else were you looking for?
A bit of phosphorus or witch wood.
This,
Or a glowworm.
yep, Newman, this particular tall, very fair-skinned and golden long hair male elf does have all of those ingredients available. The copper wire is about 3 silver pieces per strong. The glowworms that he has in this little circular container that's sort of in a small hole, but it sort of sits quite firmly. He opens it and you see the beauty within. It's about 3 silver again per glowworm.
Does he have any phosphorus?
Yep, powdered. He does.
Sure. I'll grab some of that instead of the glowworms.
Yep, the 1 pouch of phosphorus, or 1 use of it, is 5 silver.
Is this an alchemist?
He does come across as an alchemist to you. He's quite quiet in his demeanor. He just gives you a bit of a nod and gestures to his wares. It's all out in a stall outside, where it looks like he's traveled to this particular spot in this plaza, the small area between blocks, like a lot of other of these merchants to make up his stall.
Has he got any vampire thing?
As are you asking him personally, specifically?
I'll just be looking at his goods if he's got it out in the...
You don't see it, no. You don't see these bowls or these containers with anything that would be named such. No teeth at all, actually, of any being or beast.
Do I know if vampire fangs are illegal?
You can roll yourself a history check.
Illegal vampire fangs.
18. Find history. It's at the top, isn't it? Okay. That's 20.
A 20.
Yeah.
To your knowledge, vampires are a word that's described in books from other worlds. None that exists here. Potentially none that even came through the portals.
Yeah.
That is what you remember anyway. You only read about them in books that have been taken through these portals from other places.
I'm going to be murmuring to myself. I said that the spider silk would be the heart.
What are you looking at?
Nothing. Literally nothing I wanted.
I'd also be looking for a bit of fleece.
A fleece? Interestingly enough, this particular elf Newman does not seem to have fleece. Although on the way here you had looked and you did see a few stalls with furs. You can say that you got a little bit of fleece from there if you'd like. How much did you want?
It just says a piece of fleece.
A piece, yeah, that's fine. Sort of a hand size. Your hand size is probably sufficient for that. That particular patron just parted with it for 3 copper. It's very, 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 very cheap.
Sweet. And I guess if I see...
You just wanted the 1 use.
Well, it just says a piece of fleece. It doesn't say about it being destroyed or anything.
Cool.
So...
Cool. Yeah, just as a component, sure.
Yeah. And if I see Hood also looking around while I'm in the shop, I might inquire with the shopkeeper about a potion of flying.
This time, Newman does say, "Yes, well, sorry, I do not have the finished products of these ingredients, but there are ingredients to make such a thing. If you are a potion maker, I can provide the ingredients, but you would also need to have the the alchemy tools and the skill.
I know someone who dabbles with potions. Might be a good test to see if they're a charlatan or not.
It's always good to test, but those ingredients would be used, and your charlatan, if that is what they are, they would have used those ingredients and then wasted your money. If you want that risk, I can provide the ingredients.
How much? Might be fun to see if she blows up her own face.
Who may I ask? I knew quite a few potion makers in the city.
She goes by the name Valuna.
The Luna.
Do we hear this?
You're all around, so yes.
I'm gonna look
I will
at
go.
it confused and
I'm sorry, I'm not aware of the name of that potion maker, but so I would be wary. She may very well, or he or she may very well be a charlatan.
If I know that Bellow's within earshot too. Yeah, there's a few things that make me think she's a bit dodgy. Not on the up and up.
I would say that you would do well with these ingredients, and he points to a small bowl worth of feathers. Take 5.
Does it have to be any specific type of feather, or just feathers?
How masterful do you want this to be?
Thinking of the feathers that might be available, like, no, they're probably not going to be good enough.
These particular feathers I possess, you would perhaps need some owl feathers for about a minute's worth of flying. Eagle feathers for about 10 minutes.
What about pigeon feathers?
10 seconds?
But Aarakocra's feathers.
Ma'am, I've never tried personally, but I would be most sure that they would last hours.
Can I roll insight on that?
Sure, you can.
If you know some reputable potion makers here, could you point us in the right direction to one? Perhaps, obviously, lowering the fee if we provide the ingredients.
You want an alchemist.
If possible. You said you knew a few here.
You could try Adam. He is just a block away, and he sort of points in the direction of the river. He's just opens a stall, a new stall, and he can produce such a thing. He has his ingredients if you want a masterful potion, but if you want simply a basic one, you can pay a lot less from my wares, and he will simply ask for labor.
Sure, there's more than just feathers involved in this potion.
Yes. You will need also.
Need to eat them.
You will need also a piece of the melon called hinib. Has a pink and red, tinge. There are herbs, a handful of dew dolm, and the herb called ryu flower. A couple of petals from there. That will suffice. Plus water to mix. Pure water.
And you said you have these ingredients available?
I do.
How much for... That's enough to make... per potion.
A potion. You're looking at about 20 gold pieces.
Oh, that's quite expensive.
That is not. That is for the potions of plines that would probably last a minute.
The owl feathers. And... higher quality feathers, longer time?
That is correct. Pegasus feathers are probably going to be or the mane of a Pegasus would probably be quite a much longer time. I would say by experiment 2 hours of flying.
I'm gonna lean in a little closer to this person and say, "Can I tell you a secret?"
Does it need to be a secret?
Yes. And then I'm going to put my hand up so that I'm not trying to whisper, but make it look like I am, I guess, and just be like, "My friend here has almost no money. Is there any way you could help him out?"
Can I make a perception to see if I hear that?
Yeah, if you want to make a.
I'm not trying to hide it from everyone.
No, well
I'm
then
trying
you
to
do
look
hear
like
it.
I am.
Well then you do hear it.
Well, good.
Yeah, you hear it straight away.
Should roll.
Just trying to put on a show.
I will then just hand over 20 gold pieces.
Okay. As the money is put onto the table, he looks back at you. You can make yourself a persuasion check, but you'll need to do that at disadvantage because the money's on the table.
Never mind, I guess.
Oh, what about seniors discount?
You can roll persuasion for that if you like. He looks at you a little bit. Usually that's not the case. My ingredients are handpicked, cared for. Go on.
You don't care about the elderly, is what you're saying.
You can roll if you like. Persuasion.
Okay. No one cares about the elderly.
I don't know, the arthritis and the gout, the flying potion's good for their legs.
Don't have gout if you never walk.
15.
This establishment is fair to all, and you seem to be quite
Old?
experienced.
Old, yes.
Experienced. I'm not one to insult,
It's okay, Nan.
so I'm sorry, but no discounts for the veterans.
Do you hold any better feathers than
I'm
the ones?
sorry, I do not. You'll find it a rare thing for those to have more than just owl feathers and chicken feathers and pigeon feathers. Those are much more common.
Any idea on what Admiral charges for the labor potion?
Potion? And just the labor? He may charge. His prices do change daily, also depending on if he provides the ingredients. But at the moment, I believe only last week I acquired a potion of healing from him. It wasn't the same, but it was something to do with 60 gold pieces for labor. But I would say flying would be a fair bit more.
Well, should we go to the bathhouse?
Yeah, I think
I
that
think so.
takes care of anything I would have wanted.
Does anyone else need to do anything?
Will we be traveling through the council district to get to the inn district?
You can if you'd like. Slight detour, but you can.
Would it be appropriate to just quickly do a detour to the council district just to see my friend?
Make a detour.
I think it'd be a good idea to drop some of the equipment off before letting it sit outside a bathhouse. But
This is what I'm worried about.
Yeah, that's okay.
It's on the
Could
way.
they look after the horses, maybe?
I can ask, but they're often on the move. I'm not too sure if they're even going to be there. Perhaps we can visit our friends and tie the horses up there.
I'm making a lot of stops.
Oh, well, surely the Bath district will have a place to tie the horses.
Yeah, like a post outside.
Yeah.
mid-morning, in the bath too early, it's gonna get sweaty again.
You can bring the horses in.
I
Have a
don't
little
sweat.
paddle.
You don't sweat?
Don't sweat. Your legs diminished humanoid.
Now you're not getting any of my feathers. That's feathers fall from my
Yeah.
body.
That's right.
Leaving a beautiful trail of unused feathers, yes.
How long do you reckon the potion would work with these?
I imagine
Hang on, let me actually roll. What do you want me to roll to actually
Arcana.
estimate? Arcana? She.
Guidance.
Add a d4
Yay.
if you want to.
Do it. At the default. It'll be at the top of the list.
There it is. Wow. Okay. So -1, 14.
Add a d4.
That is with a D.
Oh, I rolled a d4.
Hmm.
Huzzah! So 10. That's what I rolled this d4. 11.
With that, you haven't come across a potion of flying specifically that you could really say for certain came from feathers of an Aarakocra. The closest would be a griffin.
Pretty mighty flying creature.
It is a creature that's flying, that's intelligent as well. A potion of flying, and not as intelligent as you obviously know, but you think that it's about a couple of hours with the feathers of the griffin.
You got maybe 1 solid hour of comfort, and then another hour following that where you'll be waiting until you get there.
You reckon you could save the man some money for this potion?
Sure.
Don't think I need to roll inside on that.
I can certainly try. We exercised that thing, didn't we?
Oh, no.
We didn't. We didn't do that at all.
Yeah, but it all ended up okay.
It
Not
was
for us.
actually quite neutral.
It's a lesson.
Whoa.
You always try your hardest. And
I
so-
once heard this bard sing about trying your best and not succeeding.
Hmm.
Yeah, I heard it's popular, I just never got into it.
I heard he's really good live.
Yeah.
I've never heard it.
Anyways, what do you need to make a potion? It was just okay.
I'm gonna like squint my eyes and then I'll hand the ingredients to Hood and go, I'll let you make the decision on who you give them to.
Now, do you have an alchemist kit?
Nah, I got a herbalist kit. That has vials and stuff in it.
It does, but you well know that a herbalist kit has very delicate tools to cut and collect herbs, pouches, containers, flasks to store them, but not really potion making ingredients.
It has the equipment to make healing potions. I can add a proficiency bonus to that.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, in that case, then you would have the rudimentary ones then, definitely.
Look, I'm showing some stuff, vials and stuff.
Yeah, you do. You do see a fairly new and a fairly unused alchemy kit in that case.
Look at my
Mortar and pestle, and a couple of the vials as well with corks. You see the same things, the delicate tools to cut and to squash, that sort of thing too.
Yeah, it's his group, I'll let him decide. But, maybe I'll look up and see if I can spot any of those Pegasus that were flying around as mentioned earlier.
Looking up, make a perception check.
I was blinded by the sun. At 4.
Yeah, those 3 suns are very, very bright and very red and yellow, and you see nothing.
Mm.
You hear neighing, but nothing around you, no.
Don't see him looking up at the sun.
Directly into the sun.
You know, say, I knew another Aarakocra once used to do it. I used to do that when it rained. He drowned.
You're not telling me with confidence that Aarakocra are going to be good enough to make this potion. It's what they do.
What are you looking for?
I can hear those Pegasus up there. Wonder if it's worthwhile. Maybe you can chase one down and nick a couple of feathers.
I could do that.
Hmm?
No. But you believed me for a second, didn't you?
You deceptive wench.
Sooner, actually.
Can I look up at the sky, closing my second eyelids? That's canon. That's really rare.
What?
Yeah, they have 2 eyelids. An inside eyelid for like flying and wind resistance. So I can see in the wind.
It's gross.
I blink with my second eyelid as she says that. Using those, can I see a griffin?
Make a perception.
Pegasus.
Pegasus. Pegasi? That is a 19.
Oh yeah, there's 2 of them.
Pegasi.
Sweet.
One that's moving away from you, and one that's almost about to pass overhead. And both have people that are, I guess, riding them. And one of them has two children are riding a Pegasus that's coming towards you.
Is it just 2 children, or do they have an adult with them?
No, it doesn't, and they seem to be having the best fun. You can hear the amazing fun screams and the laughing as they hold on tight. They're having a really time.
I take off.
Okay.
Alright.
As you take off, you almost meet them. You're sort of hovering in about 65 to 70 feet in the air, and as you raise up, this Pegasus is just barreling towards you.
I'm going to try, as it barrels towards me, I just want to get a glancing blow and just try and grab some of its mane on the way past and yank. And then I'll come to a stop.
You know that the wings have the most chance of getting feathers.
Right.
The mane is fur.
Alright, in that case, then I would definitely go for the feathery wings.
Right.
I want to make it look like a little bit of a collision.
Sure. You want to make it look like it?
Yes.
All right. So
You
I'll get you
kill
to
the
make
children.
Children fall off.
I'll get you to make a dexterity check against, because as it barrels towards you, this Pegasus does attempt. It looks at you and attempts to move past and dodge you.
That's 15.
Okay.
That's okay.
As
That's nice.
you just move aside and hover, the Pegasus doesn't get to dodge you whatsoever. It just slams its wing slams into you as you try and you do tend to grab a hold, but then you're pulled. And you just start to, and you quickly unfurl your hand, your claw to release so that you don't get pushed along. This Pegasus then does a full 180 turn, and you can hear this and this neigh as this creature with the children fall, and they scream as they're falling, and this Pegasus moves around and just barely misses you. You have feathers in your hand of this Pegasus.
Do we see the children
Yes.
falling?
Yes.
I'm going to try and catch the children.
All right. They're moving very quickly. So what's your flying speed?
My flying speed full is 60 feet.
Okay. 60 feet. Okay. They are falling a bit faster, but you can attempt to.
Is our first kill in the campaign 2 innocent children?
Well, can I use my full
We're
movement?
guiding bolt them and put them out of their misery.
Can I use my full movement to go, like dash, to go the
Yes, you
full
can dash.
60 feet? Actually, no, it would be, let me just check my movement.
I said it, Sid. No wonder Velo's not a parent.
I'll need you to try and make a grapple check as well to try
How
and
many
grab
kids
them.
do? Wait, are these kids like falling near us?
They're falling near you. Yeah. I mean, he went straight up, or she went straight up.
Can we
Feel free to
do
save the
anything
children.
on this?
If you want to try and do something, you certainly
If I can
can.
do something?
Yep.
Being that I have a shitload of bellow feathers on me, plus probably a couple that I've recently just picked up off the ground.
Like 50 feet, so a dash would be 100.
Sure. No problem.
And if I still need to, I'll use Misty Step.
Yeah.
My ones per day to
Okay.
catch up to them. How
Sure.
far apart are they?
Mississippi will do it. And no, they are very close together, but I still need you to make a grapple check to try and grab them.
If he's made a quip about her being a parent, I'm like, yeah, imagine if there were eggs, they'd be scrambled on the ground. And I'll hold a bellow feather and cast Feather Fall on the children. Hopefully slowing them so she accelerates past.
All right.
Grapple is strength.
Yes.
So that is a 16.
A 16. Okay. So in quick succession and almost almost at the same time, you watch as you misty stepped and just went and arrived right next to them in midair, or just underneath them. They start to slow, and you don't know how that's happening, but they are slowing down as they're screaming. Their face is pale, faces are pale white. This boy and girl, they look halfling in size. They're tiny. As you grab them, both of them in your feathery arms, and you've then saved them.
Oh, lovely.
You are probably about 20 feet from the ground. Well, you think you've saved them.
Is there Pegasus still flying around?
The Pegasus at this point has turned and has charged your position and stops immediately before you, and you can see that this very panicked eyes are staring at you, bloodshot red, and it just keeps headbutting you, trying to get you out of the air onto the ground.
Can I just put the children back on the Pegasus?
Yes, you can.
So I'm going to put the children back on the Pegasus. I'm going to tell them off. What are you fucking kids doing? Why are you flying around like that?
Leave me to
You're knocking an old lady out of the air.
Pegasus on my lawn.
Do you know how irresponsible it is to be joyriding a Pegasus? Where are your parents?
As you just berate them, they're just looking at you and they're... I'm sorry, guys. We didn't know. I was just having a... Whitey!
What'd you call it?
Well, you see the Pegasus seems to answer that call and has proceeded to take off.
I
Hey.
lied that down. There you go. Here's your feathers.
No good deed should go unrewarded here.
I need you to make another dexterity check because as you caught them, you're doing a lot, misty stepping. How many feathers you have left, basically? Because you're doing quite a lot.
13.
13. You're left with 3 Pegasus feathers,
There you go.
and they are beautiful. As you see the Pegasus and the children dash away, you are left with 3. One a little bit bent, and the other 2 very, very beautifully white and almost sparkling.
As Vela approaches the land, I'll be beautiful, brilliant.
Fellow, I saw you had a daughter. How
Yeah.
is that? How you speak to her?
When she does stupid things, yeah.
I don't know that.
I don't think they did anything wrong. I think you did.
As someone who can fly, you are responsible for being aware of your surroundings at all times. They ran into me just because I came out of nowhere. Don't fly so fast. And indicate. I make a gesture with my hand, left and right.
I've never seen anything flying indicate before.
And that's why there's so many accidents.
Okay.
I am just speechless on what I've just seen.
Yes, Lisa, I know, it was impressive.
Impressed,
I got the feathers and saved the day.
and the sheer irresponsibility is amazing. Good job.
Well, I think we're still gonna.
We got the feathers though, so.
I think we still got about a week or so before the guild districts may be safe to traverse. So
We could have made
probably
a
give the
spectacle out of
market district a wide berth for a little while too.
I think, yeah, you're probably absolutely right. We did charm Kinnan, and now we have
Saved 2 children, yes.
made a mess here.
Well, exactly. We saved 2 children. I think that's the better story to tell here.
Okay, but how do you start that story? Once upon a time, I flew directly into a Pegasus.
Just redact that bit.
Once
and-
upon a time, I had right of way.
But you came from the left.
Do we drive on the left or the right in Vim?
Your knowledge tells you that there is simply a
Is there flying
a
legislation
polite.
in this
There's
world?
no flying
There
legislation.
was in ancient Rome. There should be.
There's nothing here. There is an unspoken
Is this
rule.
like ancient Rome?
No.
Unspoken rule of just being kind.
You're just saying that because he's Italian?
Shit, I broke the rule. I was actually hoping that he. I broke the rule. That's unfortunate. Alright, well. I'll have time to come to terms with it at the bathhouse.
You need to calm down.
Fair enough.
Yeah, your blood pressure might get a bit high. Is it like eyes a bit reddish?
There's actually no sign of stress at all. No, coming from Velo. It's even though the outburst was real with the children, she's fairly calmed down very quickly.
Well, let's go see your friends.
All right. Good luck,
Maybe we
fellas.
can ruin our reputation there too.
Should try flying in the new high vantage. I mean, sorry. Good time to fall out. Should try.
What?
Should try flying in high vantage. That happens on every corner. You just brush it off. Keep flying.
I must admit, whoever was looking after the children as well, like, I don't know why they weren't secured with harnesses. Anyway, let's continue.
We'll never know.
Where are you off to?
So heading to hopefully find Villarel in the council district.
Okay. So as you continue walking, there were maybe about 10 or 15 onlookers in that scene. Some were about to rush in and try and help, try and hopefully do something like catch the children or something like that. But even before they could start to run, they saw that you had this situation in hand, and therefore they had backed away. You got a couple of gasps, a couple of little applause, but nothing it seems was too out of the ordinary for this time of day, it seems.
Yeah.
So-
The kids. The crowd
With-
approves.
With that in mind, you continue your way. As you continue and walk with Marjorie, with Abigail, and the cart, still with wheat on it, and with blankets, you find yourselves around that council house again. As you look around, it's not hard to see after about that 20-minute walk that Villarel is indeed once again outside of the main doorway into the council house. But though she hasn't seen you yet, she appears as though she's wearing similar clothes that she did when she talked to you last, this time with a white patterned dress. Quite regal, it seems, as though she was heading towards a lunch or something.
Does she look approachable, or is she talking to...
She's not talking to anyone. In fact, she's looking in through a book.
I'll approach in a manner to not surprise her.
Altogether?
Well, if these guys want to come, yeah.
Yeah.
Villarel.
She doesn't look up from her book. Good.
Is now a good time?
What news?
Well, the contract you've been given is almost on the way to be done. I've probably got what you've reported, the hardest bit.
What tools have you acquired?
Right now, I have the rope that you need, and also the jewels.
Her eyes sort of just move away from the book, look the ground for a moment, and then look back at the book.
You also have the mushrooms.
I've given her the mushrooms.
Correct.
Your voice changed.
Very good, but I must ask, what was the price? This would come out of our pay, you see.
Well, then you'd be happy to know that it didn't cost us any money. Completed another contract for another person.
The circumstances, if you please, would.
Remember the Kinnan that I told you about? We completed the task that he had, delivered him the body that I told you about. He tried to rip us off, but he eventually came around, provided the goods.
We're not here to make enemies. We have too many of them already. Tell me, have we made an enemy out of Kinnan?
I believe the disposition would be neutral.
I don't know. I think as soon as he snaps out of his charm spell, he'll probably not be very happy with you at all.
He was charmed then.
Well, he was being reluctant into his agreement, so we had to seek an alternative way for him to agree.
He did actually try to break that agreement. It was pretty black and white, and he tried to make it grey.
So, a fairly reputable merchant was charmed by you. Magic would permit him to be aware of this plight once he is whole again.
Yes, and a little bit poorer.
Bad reputation.
He closes the book at this stage and just glances at you. And this look you've not seen too often. It's normally directed at others. This look of fair disappointment greets you. So, this time would make it right. Umiko cannot afford, with the task at hand, to have allies turn into enemies.
I don't believe he was our ally, was he? I've asked you about this prior. You didn't know anything about him.
Neutral beings also. People who we do not have a problem with, we do not want against us either, and know our name. Did you provide your name?
Actually, no. He doesn't know who I am or who I'm associated with.
Does he know how to find you?
Probably not.
And she opens the book again and continues reading. Therefore, I think you have done well. But just an awareness for the future then. More tasks will be set for you, and it would be once again disappointing to see the clan come under attack with violence and with other means, simply because of a misstep. You're good at what you do, Hood, but you still have more to learn. And especially with the task that's coming. With the mission, we will abide with no error.
I'll take your advisement, as I know you've counseled others. But I must admit the equipment you've asked me to get is no menial task. Enemies may be made here, particularly with the Fangs.
With who?
Whoever we come across.
If you feel like the task is too great and the equipment that you need to acquire will cause enemies, then I feel you're not doing this as intelligently as you may be able to. Be smart in your decisions and not reckless. And if she leans closer to you, and if anyone does want to try and perceive what she's saying, you're more than welcome to. Oh, good luck.
Do I hear it?
22.
Dirty 20?
22.
Is it dirty 20 or natural 20?
It's just 17 plus
Cool.
5.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those ear holes up the set.
16.
Yep.
I'm distracted by the thing I'm going to ask her when this
Sure.
is done.
Even you don't hear her. Nat
Do I
20.
hear her?
Yes, you do. It says,
What?
I can't hear you!
she leans closer and she says, and if your companions are influencing you in a way that is not of Clan McCall, then your allegiance must stay with us first. Make sure you know this.
I know it. And whisper back. It's a shame that you would say this to me. The
I-
child and the parents are the most important thing here.
Simply being cautious. Because I know you better.
Villarreal,
Good.
where would you like me to leave this?
She just points, just very freely to the ground just beside her.
Yeah.
Are you putting it into a bag?
Yeah, I wouldn't keep that
Cool.
open and keep that covered up. With a spare sack or something I assume I have in mind. Just
Wasn't it already in the box?
Yes, it was in the box. Yeah.
I'll cover that up as well, just in case. And that to put it beside Fiorello. It's still a pleasure, Fiorello.
It is always a pleasure, Hood.
Hopefully
Now-
when I come back next, this task will be completed.
What last things are you collecting?
First, we're off for the potion. We've got the ingredients for it. Secondly, and lastly, it will be the fangs, which I'm not sure. I'll have to investigate into this more. If you have any leads,
She speaks more normally now. Well, and you can all hear her when she says this, but she's still directing it at you, Hood. The fangs are not easy to find either. There are always words on a page that depict people in the past, in their own worlds, coming across these creatures. But not in books. There's only been one sighting of beings with these ingredients. Even I have small inclination as to where a coven of these beings may be, but I know that they are, from what I read, dangerous. That is quite a plain word for their power. If anyone would have them, powerful beings who would stand up against them. The Mages Guild, perhaps. Fighters Guild, perhaps. The Fae themselves might have come across them. If you have any, or will run into any Fae, perhaps ask them if they have any trophies, prizes.
we might be able to work something out here then.
I hope this helps.
Yes, thank you.
Have you ever been to a bathhouse?
Many times.
See?
It's the first time now that she's smiled and looked directly at you. It was a wonderful experience.
I'm taking them all.
Now,
Yeah.
enjoy. You deserve a rest. You do all look a slight bit, well, enjoy your bath.
I'm gonna look down at myself, like, quite upset.
Enjoy your cleanliness.
I would have been probably awkwardly trying to look over at what the book,
Perception
the
check.
pages.
Sure.
Well, if you want me to go with the one I rolled before while this was going on, it was a 4. So I would
No,
have.
make another.
12.
A 12? Sure.
I would have been very awkward about it too, like leaning over.
Yeah. She didn't seem to want to shy away from you, so you got a couple of paragraphs worth of hierarchies of guilds, information on Vim. It's a beautifully new book. The pages still smell of just coming out of print. You can smell ink, and you can smell this as though she's taken it straight off a printing press, and you gauge that this is new information that's perhaps trying to circulate around Vim, or has only just been published, that really just depicts the different parts of Vim, the maps, each country, the powerhouses, the councils in it, things like that.
Good book.
Education. We must know more about this world and those who live in it, and these establishments that have taken hold. What the Fae have over us, if they do, and the people who rule in the steads of the Fae when they are not here. It's important. It's important to gain a foothold so that we can live peacefully, harmoniously beside them, and not be overruled by warlords and evil doers.
Which world is your family from?
Do you mean here?
No, I mean, like, your lineage. Where did they come from? Which world?
Well, I, like many others, had taken a portal through.
You took a portal through?
No,
Oh.
my parents.
Wow.
Well, elves are
Yeah.
older beings, and
Yeah.
so many elves do have a parent who have come through a portal and still live in Vim. Sea elves, actually, are one of the most prominent. So, but in my world was called Corvair. But so, I don't know much about it. I was born here.
That sounds very exciting. If only there were a season of 96 episodes.
Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
No.
So we got the whole looking in the book while talking to people. Is that spycraft? Trying to look nonchalant?
To anyone outside of this conversation, yes, in fact.
Can I offer a critique?
Please.
There's a lot of words in the book, like, flipping the pages pretty quickly. Doesn't look realistic. Devil's in the detail with these things. The difference between surviving and death. Teaching him some stuff.
I look at Philorel and I look at Sid and I look back at Philorel. I'm definitely going to take your advice into consideration.
He does chuckle at that, saying, I'm sure you have entrusted a good number of people.
Let's
But
see.
I will take that advice. Thank you.
Until next time.
And
Alright,
he
well,
just flips the pages and does not talk to anyone.
Is she flipping the pages slightly slower?
She is. She's actually, when she flips one page and simply uses a finger and starts to just go down the page.
Now I believe you're reading the book. Very good.
That's because I am, if you'll excuse me.
Where'd you get it, by the way?
Here. The council house.
Could be worthwhile.
Well, do you want to take a book with you to the bathhouse?
I just mean if we're travelling around, it's got information, maps. While we're already here.
Can we have your copy? It's joke.
No. I think having information on them, new information and up to date, is very wise. Of course. She closes the book. She does put the per bookmark, a bookmark in that particular page she's at, but she closes it. Now you can really see this amazing red velvet around the outside. It's a thick book, probably about 3 or 4 inches thick, and it's heavy. And she hands it over to you. But on the front it says, "The Wonders of Vin."
It's very much appreciated.
In gold letters. That is okay. It's I think, again, wise to read and see who you will be against politically and perhaps in a battle, and who you can trust.
Your generosity is passed only by your duty.
her face beams, and you do find that there's a striking beauty to her. A young look of an elf.
Take my leave.
All right.
Come on, Sid, you can tug it off in the bathhouse.
Yeah, she's older than me.
You don't do that in the. No. That's really.
Different bathhouse. But
Ah. Wait, what? What kind of bathhouse are we going to?
A civilized one.
Oh. I was looking forward to this.
I'm gonna start walking.
All right. As you.
Let's walk off and wave to
All right.
Nora.
She has her arms crossed as she does look at you all, and then just gives you a bit of a little wave with one hand, arms crossed again, just looking towards you. And you look it back every now and again. You see her gaze, but then you pass a corner and you don't see her. And you make your way towards the bathhouse. It is about lunchtime when you get to the place you had been directed. This bathhouse, as you walk towards it, it is in the center of a plaza, a very large square building with the roof that's curved up in tile on all four sides with a light grey. At the very center, at the top, a chimney that smokes out, and there are smells coming from this place that are beautiful and sweet. There's the smell of crackling firewood mixed with the smell of freshly cut grass, mixed with jasmine, mixed with the sweet smell of blueberry and other tropical fruits. There are other smells that you recognize as well, Vela, that of the julep juve berries as well. It's very similar to like a nectarine, and you recognize it from high vantage. And as you get a bit closer, you see that the outside has this beautiful hedge on the front of the home, of this building, and the double doors are open. And you see outside that there is a short, old human woman that's sitting down on a rocking chair that has these pamphlets. And as you walk, who's in front? Okay. So Luna, as she looks towards you with one spectacle that's sort of in a wire hanging behind her head, this golden locks, but behind her. Welcome. Your name?
Well, I'm Luna, and these are my friends.
Hello. Welcome to the bathhouse.
And then we have Abigail, and we have Marjorie.
I'm sorry, horses are not allowed in the bathhouse.
They don't need to come inside, but is there someone who can look after them?
Yes, we can offer stays for the horses. Are you simply here for the hour pamper?
Well, what
Or
are you-
lunch included? Or excluded?
Would you guys like some lunch too?
I'm kind of hungry.
What's for lunch?
Oh, lunch, yes, well, at the moment we're serving, let me see. Spiced flatbread with flavored specked rice, capsicum and cranusi, and also green bright wine from the Druin grape is also on part, and then we've got the desert cake of the fairy as well, the vanilla with port and laced with Valon's juice.
I'm going to make a call and say we should have food too.
Do you have any death cheese?
I'm sorry, I've not heard of it. It sounds dreadful.
Can't be any worse than capsicum. Can you leave that out?
Well, you can choose not to have it, yes?
Edit.
What's
Put
wrong
it
with
in
capsicum?
everything. You gotta pick it out.
We just ask the worker who helps you into the bathhouse, and when they give you the towels and all this, and just let them know that. You will find Don Sarit, the elf Don Sarit Arenderi. He is inside, the patron of this establishment, and he will be able to offer this.
Thank you. You've
See,
been really helpful.
You are staying for the hour then?
Well, at lunch.
And lunch, yes. Very well, inside and to the, there's a desk.
Perfect. Thank you.
Welcome.
I'm gonna
Just
walk in.
a quick request.
Just rocking. Yes?
The horse and cart, where will they be stable?
I will organize that, don't you worry.
Make sure they're not out in the open.
There is a shade a little ways off. They'll be fine, love.
Ask her to join your bridge game.
I can hear perfectly well what you're saying. I don't play cards.
Thanks.
I play dice.
Taylor just laughed at me
Roll
for a
in.
joke.
Roll them bones.
Perhaps we can.
How
Like,
dare
you
you
make friends,
insinuate
right?
such a thing to me, sir?
Should make friends your own age.
He'll look after you.
I would advise against going into too hot a water, Arakopper.
My feathers.
Just the feathers, yes. Still get yourself clean, though.
I'm gonna pop my head out after walking in and go, come on.
Are you dry clean only?
No, I'll be fine.
Follow Luna in.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
And I walk in.
All right. And as you...
Question mark?
These beady eyes just follow you in, dry eyeballs just stare at you. And as you walk in, and on your left-hand side, you see that there is an L-shaped sort of desk where there's papers all around. There looks to be logbooks, and there seems to be this tall, light blue-skinned elf that has these ears, that's typical of a sea elf, that are raised high and then droop a little bit behind. It seems to have these earrings, these golden rings all around the tip. You see this white hair that's in a bun and like almost like a top knot. And you also see this, the skin it looks sweaty, but it doesn't seem to be uncomfortable. In fact, this entire entryway is beautifully white tiled. And it looks like there's a little waiting desk and a couple of chairs there. There also seems to be a small, beautiful fountain where there seems to be little wooden cups around the edge that anyone can sort of take a swig of beautiful water. But this area is humid as well. You can see that there's a couple of doorways to the left and the right, just beyond the desk as well. And this sea elf says, "Hello, I am Don Sarit. Welcome. It is an unusually quiet day today. The bathhouse is yours. Would you care for lunch as well as the hour, or would you prefer a longer stay?"
Can we have the hour and lunch, and if we want to stay longer, can we?
You are welcome to pay extra at the end of the hour to continue your enjoyment.
Did we get an understanding on what the price of this is?
We asked earlier, yes.
Is it like a big communal tub, or do we all get our own tub?
Oh, so are you okay? And I tap him on the back.
Don't worry, the feathers come off. They get in my throat all the time.
How do you stand this?
I don't know.
He enjoys it.
Well, usually she flies.
Anyway, there are 3 tubs. They are communal, but at the moment they are.
Is there one that won't cook me?
There are 3 different temperatures: one cool, one warm, and one hot. You're welcome to go between. Now, there are rules over there, and you can see that there's this big roster of rules. You can see in common it says no defecating, no urinating, no eating in the water while in the water, do not put food under the water, general rules like that.
Just say no heavy petting.
No, that's excluded for some reason.
Does it mention the attire that we should be wearing in this house?
Yes, it does say you are welcome to either be nude or wear a loincloth.
As soon as I read that, I'll start to stream.
I also will do the same.
Please, wait. Not in the foyer.
I'm so sorry,
please.
they've never been to a bathhouse.
You are welcome to disrobe when you go into the bathhouse proper, which is on the right. And
Would
he
you
sort of
like us
points
to
on it.
pay now or after?
Naked's naked.
Pay after with the trust and the enjoyment that you will have, and it is with the meal a superb selection. It is 5 gold pieces each for the stay for the hour.
Do you have meat in gravy?
That is an option. We have ox meat on the menu, slathered with its own sauces. Yes.
I'll also take that. If I eat too much rice, I'll explode.
There's not much onion in it, yeah?
There's no onion. We do not know. No, we do not have the onion in this meal. Simply slow cooked for hours.
Okay.
Can we eat in the bath?
Please don't encourage
I'm
that.
look at
sorry.
the sign.
Please read the rules,
Hood,
Tabaxi.
Hood is his name.
Yeah, Hood.
See? No eating in the bath. Thought that meant something else.
Fair enough. Now, please have a wonderful stay, and your meals will come halfway through.
Where should we change?
There are just in the next room on the right, just before you enter the bathhouse. There will be some cupboards you can put your clothes in.
What do I get for 2 gold?
Are you only wanting to pay 2?
I'll hose you down.
I know what you got.
We'll hose you down out the back.
Are you asking him?
Yeah.
He says, well, I would only allow 2 gold is fine just without the meal.
Yeah, it's fine.
Want me to split you?
That's it.
I'm
Just
sure.
underpaid for those ingredients.
I'm sure that there are 3 of us and you're missing 3 gold, even if we put 1 gold each in.
The meal is quite delicious.
I'll pay for his meal.
Okay, 4 meals and 4 hours, 1 each in the bathhouse. Enjoy, relax. There is also, just beyond this door, and you can see directly in front of you another door is closed, there is a beautiful garden that you can also retreat to once you are done in the
Can we
bathhouse.
eat there?
You can eat there, yes. There are chairs. There's also chairs through this door on my left, and he does point to the left, where you can also sit. It is a common room. There is also bathrooms beyond that.
Do I have to put my clothes back on to go into the garden?
Yes, please.
How much?
How much money? Oh, sorry.
How many clothes?
Yeah.
Loincloth would suffice.
Shall we?
Sure.
Gonna head into the change room.
All right.
Sorry, how much gold did I take?
So that'd be 5 each for the meal and for the hour. And as well, if you want, you have a complimentary massage while you're in the bathhouse, courtesy of our patrons here, courtesy of our workers.
Thank you.
Complimentary what?
Massage.
Cheers, Seafoam.
It's Don Surit, but you're welcome.
Sorry about him.
Not at all. And he goes back to just writing, and you can see he's writing down a party of 4 and including meals and things like that into his logbook. It's about halfway down the page. But you are the first. It looks like he's dating it. You are the first of that group.
Come on.
As you walk in to disrobe, you see that all of the cupboards that you can hang your clothes on are there. Again, this area is tiled in a bit more of a mosaic style. Still all white, but just a bit more curved, smaller white little tiles. And you can really get this steam happening from this room. You definitely notice that there's this beautiful scent of that mixed cooking of the meats and of the rice in the air. You also notice that a new smell has come in. This lovely lilac has entered your nostrils, and that's coming from the bathhouse itself, which is directly in front of you. As you put your things, you're disrobing, you're putting your things down.
I am not getting naked.
That's fine.
Just want to make that very clear.
Tell me exactly what you're entering the bathhouse with.
Is there a locker that we can put our equipment in?
Yeah. So there are lockers.
Do they lock?
They do have a key. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna put all of my. I'm gonna wear stuff like undergarments and stuff into the house, but I'll put everything else
Okay.
locked up, and I'm gonna make a conscious effort to stash my cards in the deepest, darkest hole of my things.
Sure.
Going in the nut, I'm assuming they have towels.
Yep, they've got
What
towels
did you say?
in the nut. They've got towels on seats, all folded and stacked, right, just before the door to the bathroom, to the
Just have
bathhouse.
it around my shoulders.
Sure.
Yeah, I've got a little furry pouch, so I'm gonna naked too.
You got a furry pouch.
You're a kangaroo.
Yeah.
What the heck?
Hey, Hood, I can see your fairy pouch.
Lovely.
Like all elderly people in a communal gym or bath space, I'm completely naked and shameless.
I also pack away all my stuff and keep the key on. Yeah, yes.
Alrighty.
Where are you keeping it?
In your furry pouch.
So you all just
Nature's
bringing in the keys and undergarments and towels.
Is the key on like a necklace or something?
It is on a necklace,
Yeah,
yes.
on the neck. There you go.
Alrighty. As you walk
I'm
in,
gonna tie my hair up too so it doesn't get wet.
it seems like as you walk in, this large room looks like it's underwater. The reflection of the small sort of waves that these three pools, two rectangular directly in front of you, and more of a hexagonal or octagonal one beyond, gives off such a rich green blue color that as you look around, you see that the tiles, which are also green and blue to match the water, or the water matching the tiles, you're not sure even, just make it, and the roof is the same, just these very, very dim chandeliers from the ceiling make this seem like it is completely submersed. You even, as you walk in with bare feet, have this very bare, probably about just an inch of water that's at your feet that you actually need to wade through. And the smell of lilac just explodes, and the flowery smells also just embody this entire place. That beautiful, amazing, like, just all floral and cut grass and fireplace smells. You can see as well that there is a door to what looks to be a steam room that's beyond on the right hand side in the corner that you can close. That has that's where that heat is coming from the most. But as you sort of test each pool, it's quite deep, probably up to your neck, all three of them, and it does. One of them is quite cool, like the ocean. The other one, and this is pure water though. The other one, even though they seem to be connected, but this thin layer of water is completely different in temperature. It's a lovely warm, lukewarm, and the other is quite hot and it steams as well.
I'm gonna begin to do what looks like easing myself into the warm one, but instead I'm just gonna tuck my legs up, tuck my wings in. I'm just gonna float on top of the water.
Okay.
I'm gonna pause for a second and look. I'm just gonna dive straight under.
All right.
Duck dive in. I'll come
Okay.
up a few seconds later.
Okay. As you dive under, it's so comfortable. It fits your temperature perfectly. It's as though you've had the most comfortable bath already. You feel refreshed in an instant. In that moment, you pop up and you see your companions just still testing out the waters. What's everyone else doing?
I'm going into the warm one.
With Valo, sure.
I've heard this is good for the sore muscles, and I'll jump in the hot one.
Mm-hmm.
Start my adventure.
All right. Are you jumping in like bomb dive or diving or just wading?
Yeah, to bomb dive would probably
Bomb diving,
be
all right.
appropriate for.
As you dive and you make a massive splash, as though this is enclosed, the water hits some sort of invisible barrier and drops back into the pool, and you find yourself in this amazing hot water. Again, to you, really, really comfortable. It's and it's deep and it's all embodying. It's amazing. Where are you going?
I'm actually going to go in the cold one.
Okay. As you step into that cold one, it's not uncomfortably cold. It's not frigid, but it is cooling you down. Again, comfortable, but not you're not adverse to it.
You get on all fours to sudden like shake the Bengal tigers do.
All right. Yeah.
What?
And once again, the splashes, as though each pool is enclosed.
How are you doing that? Isn't it like really deep? Is he just underwater?
Yeah,
Like,
It's platform though.
There is a
underwater.
there is a one step around the outside that then goes into the deepest bit, and it's about knee height for that.
You just
first
drown.
step.
And then I'll take a swim into the deep parts.
Okay. All right. As you continue to enjoy yourself in this, you feel yourselves smell cleaner as well as feel cleaner as well. The first true bath you've had. During this time, over the course of the next hour, you are presented with the option for a massage. Who wants to, and 4 people, 4 humans of different ages and sizes come in, males and females, most of them older. One of them looks like he's in his mid-20s. Who wants to get a massage?
I'm going for a massage.
Yep.
Just hold on one sec, and I'll jump out of the hot and run and bomb dive into this cold one.
Okay. You know this feeling of just frigid change in your skin, but it doesn't come to you. It's a comfortable cool, almost disappointing in that it's not as stark of a change as you're used to. But you both start to receive a massage. You know, they start at your shoulders. They tell you to lie down on your front as they continue down your
So we're
back.
in the same room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're just on the tail as they instruct at the edge of the pools.
I'm okay.
Cool. Then you continue to wade, both of you. They then leave, and you both feel very comfortable. Lunch is then served, although they just ask, as the hour does end, do you want to do anything else while you're in the bathhouse within that time?
I'll probably just talk to my companions, I guess, while we're eating.
Yeah, I guess while we're in the bath area, probably getting the massage, I'd start with. Oof. No, I've probably been a bit dismissive of some of your suggestions, Luda, but this is actually quite nice. Thank you.
Well, I feel like every time we try to relax, like in a tavern or something, either someone dies or gets poisoned or we have to run away. So this was like, I don't know, I think we should celebrate that we haven't died yet. Mostly Hood.
You just heard this like low purring.
I think he's asleep.
I hope he's asleep.
But I don't know, I guess I just also wanted to learn a little bit more about you all. I feel like we don't really know each other.
It's a fair enough point. To be honest, when I first met you back in that forest outside Chrissy, I really didn't think I would ever be spending time with you. But
Me specifically or everyone?
everyone. It's a bit odd. But I guess given some of the stuff that we learnt over the last couple of days, might have to start believing, I guess, in a bit of some form of whatever magic they said was converging on us. I don't think by choice leading up to that I ever would have given you the time, but I can say I'm unhappy that we have.
I'm not sure I believe that magic stuff. About like magic being all around us. I don't know, it just kind of sounded like something to make us stop asking questions or be quiet. I mean, wouldn't we know beforehand? Wouldn't we feel it?
I don't know, what did your card say?
Haha.
I'm being serious. Just admitted that I have to say there's some stuff that I wouldn't have believed a little while ago. Made fun of them before, but
I mean, you've all made fun of them.
well, to be fair, you've made fun of us too.
Yes. Mostly to fit in.
I was deadly serious in my disbelief. I wasn't making fun at all.
Okay.
Continues cleaning himself.
Oh, I'm not stupid. I know I'm the outcast here.
Other
There
than
are,
Bella's
wanted
pretty.
there are wanted posters of me all over this.
I don't mean outcast as in thrown out of my, like, home. Although, but you all have things in common that I just don't have in common with you.
Like you said, we don't know each other very well. Guess if I had to say what I know about you, it'd be I guess looking to maybe expand on these cards. Mention that your parents started them.
Yeah.
Know that your favourite meal is a fresh bit of bread, nice
Do you like
soup.
bread? Do you like soup too?
Dare say, as off-putting as I find it sometimes, you do seem to be genuinely kind.
I thought you didn't believe in kindness.
I believe in it. Just find it very suspicious in a lot of circumstances.
It's 3 things that you know about me. That's cool.
I know that you like at least horses, probably more animals. Show them kindness and respect.
I like cats.
Yeah.
Why?
Not necessarily the tabaxi
Are
kind,
you
but
kidding, Bella? Look at me.
he's not a cat, he's a tabaxi.
I look at this bedraggled, wet cat. It's truly a majestic.
Thank you for recognizing.
What do you know about Velo?
That she'll say how she sees it, which actually find quite endearing. That she
Ooh.
is not easily to anger at people poking fun at her. She's also
Unless your
good.
children.
Yeah.
So I hate you even more.
Well, yes, I know that you've spoken about Laura, isn't?
Yes.
The way you've spoken about her shows that,
You don't hate children.
given the right circumstances, you have the capacity for love and family. I know that you are wanted by at least someone,
Mm.
which
Not
I
him though, just someone else.
would like to know more about if you're willing to share.
My daughter was wrongfully arrested. I saved a rightful protest and broke no laws.
Sounds like you broke some laws.
Maybe it sounds like you broke some people.
No. There was a fire.
Yeah, we're getting there.
An unrelated fire.
Okay, this unrelated fire. Why it's anything to do with this Lucius?
He is a very important lord. In my advantage.
Have I heard of this, Lucius, and have I asked this question already?
I don't think you've asked. You can roll history if you'd like.
Yeah, if he's an important figure, I should almost get advantage as an also important figure.
My daughter was accused of
I'm going to take that as a no.
dealing certain goods, certain forbidden herbs and things of that nature, which she didn't do. As far as I know.
It's a 16.
Sounds like something you might do, given some questions you've asked.
Yes, that's certainly something I would do. But definitely not something my daughter would do. Not something I'd be caught doing. And so when they took her, I went and protested at the old government house, I guess you'd call it. And they did not take kindly to that. On account of my screaming and making a scene. That lasted for some time, some weeks, until I decided to return to my business
At which point, the locals and some law enforcement caught up with me. It's an unrelated fire, and I escaped. Very straightforward.
It's good timing for an unrelated fire.
Yes. Yes, ignore all that fire magic you saw me doing earlier.
What about Hood? What do you know of Hood?
There's
I'm enjoying your psychological evaluation of all of us.
not an evaluation, just might not have the best visual perception, but I do pay attention. And also, the way you seem to light up. You found out that is it Silas, your mentor, was still alive?
Yes, I was surprised. He was another druid of my order. He taught me. He was one that I didn't know my kind growing up, really. I was an orphan. He taught me the way of our people. And then I assumed wandered off to the worldwood to die. But it turns out now he's alive and not dead.
I think, like myself, you were pretty mistrusting of the Fae. How does that factor in if they're the ones keeping him alive?
Well, I didn't tell them that I knew him because I'm sure he didn't seem like the type to stay in one place, and I can't see why he'd be there this time. How many wonders are there in the world that would keep him for years and years? Surely there's a lot, but
I mean, druid in the forest seems pretty natural.
how long would you stay in one place, even if you were more?
It's kind of why I left the place that I was in.
There you go. It's not worth it. It's the breadth of experience that gives life meaning. Not just the years. These shit elves, so much to teach them that. It continues cleaning myself.
It's not
And
very nice.
I said shit elves, not you.
Bella, was he your mate?
No, that would be wildly inappropriate.
Why?
He was my teacher.
Why?
Because I was a child and he was an elder.
Ah,
And he raised me and taught me in an appropriate way.
right, I missed the age gap thing.
Yes. That's why I'm surprised he's not dead.
So where's your daughter's father?
She is an orphan.
She's adopted, remember?
Ah,
Another
All of-
Stormfront.
Yeah. In the city, in all of the orphans are given the name Stormfront. That's why I have it, not actually nobility.
right.
Yes.
That's one thing that puzzled me. You said that it's Desmond Stormfront.
He is nobility. The family, he and his
So
father.
is it the family that gives the orphans the name? You said
Yes.
they look after them, but you also said Desmond was a bit of a...
His father.
I won't repeat the word that I'm thinking, but
His father was a much better man than he. And it makes sense if you think about it. Everywhere in the world there are Stormfronts. Whenever the lords of that house need to call for aid, there are 1,000 Stormfronts in the land to open their loyalty. And every orphan child, well, has a family name. And they run into their family out the world. It makes sense. Although it does get confusing.
It doesn't make sense.
What do you mean?
I don't understand.
It's simple. We're all Stormfronts.
That part makes sense.
Hmm.
What do you know of Hood?
I know this dashing kitty over here has saved a child before.
Leela called him Kitty too.
Well, that's another thing I know about Hood. He seems to have a way with the fairer sex. Even maybe the Fae. Not that she charmed you, but she didn't seem to, have a negative response to your pickup lines that we were talking about.
I was just in the moment.
Yeah, I don't know. It continued after you
I agree. I
seemed to
think,
not be charmed anymore.
think you guys had something.
What's her name? Rella, was it? Oh, Rella? On the cards?
Oh, you came with us with Abigail.
Yes.
Yeah.
irrelevant.
Rella, yeah.
Yeah, she seemed to take a little fancy to you as well.
Funny, I've not noticed this.
Yeah.
I don't find you attractive at all.
You keep your hands above the water.
I'm not being massaged right now.
You're in the middle of that while you're talking.
I know that Hood here seems to have maybe had a bit of a shittier time earlier.
I think we all have, at some point.
I think in
I don't
particular
really think I've done
by
anything shitty.
Well, to my point, Luna, you're not an outcast. This saddens me that you would say that. Why would you feel like an outcast?
I look at myself, and then I look at you all.
I'm laying down.
Well, whenever I have an opinion, you all disagree.
That's not true.
Mostly
When have I disagreed with you?
on a lot of things, actually. It's okay, I'm not sad about it. My parents told me this stuff. I was just brought up differently. I'm aware.
I wouldn't say you're an outcast, though.
In this group, I am.
No, you're a part of this group. That makes you not an outcast.
But I'm like the odd one out.
No.
sometimes the odd thing out can be the most interesting.
I'm not saying I'm not interesting. Ow.
You just liven the group up.
Okay.
Nah, I see what you're getting at.
Thanks.
Ah,
That wasn't supposed to be awkward. I didn't need you to, like, make me feel better or anything. I'm not sad about it.
It wasn't awkward. Continues cleaning myself.
Pecking at feathers.
Yeah, it is a lot like that.
well, one of my
What
favorite.
about you? You've told me about your family. A little bit about them. Not much. But they're not drow. You had parents? Did you have siblings?
I've got a brother.
That's cool.
Say that until you meet him.
I always wanted siblings.
Only child. What about where are you from? I don't think I ever thought that.
Pretty.
Wait.
And what about friends? You see, having a sibling around makes it easy to find someone to get into mischief with when you're a kid.
No, not really. I was homeschooled.
Checks.
By who? I suppose I also was homeschooled.
My parents.
That's that's much like what an apprenticeship is like.
No. I didn't have to, like, build houses or anything.
Oh.
What?
No, that's not what I did. Apprenticeship is like. Who taught you your druidcraft?
My parents.
Yes, that's what it was like with me and Silas. Wandering through the tunnels, dodging creatures, picking herbs, selling herbs.
They just told me their stories, and they taught me to shoot arrows, and they taught me about the cards, and that was really it.
So why did you leave?
Oh, they woke me up in the middle of the night and gave me a bag and said, "Don't come back."
In a nice way.
Yes, I mean, as nice as it could be. I have to make my own cards.
Oh, it's like a rite of passage.
I have to make 5 of them.
How many have you made so far?
None.
Oh. Well, good luck.
Luna, tell me, how do you make the card?
What do you mean?
Well, you've got to make 5 cards. Do you have an idea on how to make them?
Well, I have to figure out something along the way, I guess. I have to have my own stories, and I have to take the important parts of those stories and illustrate it and name it.
Has anything happened thus far that you would make a card out of?
Maybe.
There's a lot of face stuff going on right now that we seem to be
It's not
coincidentally
like
involved
that.
with.
You have to read the energy and how you feel in the moment and what you're experiencing. And you make it from that. It's not about the person, it's about the experience. All of the cards are based on the stories that my parents lived through. They're things that my parents experienced.
What about the actual physical card? Just what? Draw it? Paint it?
Well,
So
my
what
dad did 5, my mom did 5. They drew their own. And they made them and painted them.
No process to make them special? Just draw them?
I don't know. I guess that's something I have to figure out too.
Maybe you could make one of me. Means you're about to get shit on from above.
Is there,
The old duck,
Yes, the old duck.
Did your parents make a death card already?
not a death card, but there are some. Not all of the cards are happy.
What's the worst one in that deck?
Allow me to go through them while you continue talking amongst yourselves.
So you talk amongst you. As you talk amongst yourselves, just with that roll, you do know.
Oh yeah, I'm listening to
You do know of a Lucius.
Oh, I know already. Why am I fucking?
You know of a Lucius? Yeah. 2 times.
Twice in one stream.
Yeah, 2 times. Count it.
You're doing the shoey, bro.
So you are. Yeah, you said that too.
bruh.
Yeah, you did. That's
You said
another
it more
one.
than once, yeah.
You know a Lucius from High Vantage,
Mm-hmm.
but you've only heard the name. There's really no reputation.
I was gonna say, is it spoken like well of? Or?
You don't know any reputation, but you do know of lords and lordesses around the major cities, and just Lucius just happens to be a name you've read. That's all. Or your parents might have mentioned. That's all. When they were teaching you the names of lords and lordesses. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um.
And while you continue to talk and chatter amongst yourselves, we just might say thank you to Saz for that stuff. Thank you very much. You continue to speak amongst yourselves. Is there anything else you'd like to mention
I'll
before I
show my
continue?
card.
Oh yes, of course. Go on.
So I will actually pull out the card, and you may look at it if you like,
I
Bella.
would like to.
So this is my dad's card. It's called the Mistress, and it basically means true evil. Like it's really bad.
The mistress is evil.
You
She's really bad. And
trying to tell you something without telling you something?
Yes.
like what?
Ah, never mind. Here, take the mistress back.
Like what?
Well, I don't know. You said they had meaning.
I can see what you're insinuating. But my parents are very much in love, and they would never ever cheat on each other. And how dare you for ever suggesting such a thing?
I don't know. Could be a Oscars type thing. Who knows?
I don't know what you're talking about, but you are very wrong.
High Vantage is a much more liberal place. Much
I
more
don't
open.
often say that you are wrong, but you are very wrong.
Okay, I'm just joking.
It's not funny.
So I had a thought. I'm sorry, Velo upset you. But the cards, you can do a little bit of an upgrade to it, maybe. Maybe a fresh coat of paint.
No, you cannot touch the card.
No,
My
the
dad made
card.
this. Oh, I thought you said my card. Your accent's confusing.
I also thought you said the
Yeah,
card.
so did I.
Apologies, I think I just made that worse. But no, the card that the horses are attached to.
Yeah. What color do you want to paint?
Whatever. Just doesn't look the same as it is. Well, the conversation with Federer, perhaps that might be something our friend that we left the shop with could remember.
Perhaps you paint the horses as well.
I think Luna would be happy with that.
We're not painting the horses.
Just joking.
You need to make it more clear when you're joking. Like, I try and make a little laugh after I make a joke every time so that you know that it's a joke.
The joke is that I would paint the horses if you let me. That's the joke.
The card said the mistress.
Yeah.
Pure evil.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's like a
Yeah.
really bad sign. There's someone bad or something bad around.
Any chance that your dad may have encountered this Fae Queen that Sarah was talking about. A few of her monikers had the mistress in their title.
If he did, I don't know about it. But they did do a lot of adventuring when they were younger and not at home. They made their fortune off these cards. So until then, they were just travelers.
What happened the last time you pulled the mistress out?
I've never pulled her.
Interesting. Okay. That's a good sign, I guess.
Well, I mean, mostly we've had neutrality at the moment.
Are you getting a massage next to me?
Yeah.
I lash out.
The way it's positioned, just so you know, is you are you're so on one end of the cool pool, and you're getting massaged there. So you're looking at the feet of
Sid.
Sid.
Man. He's not out.
Nope.
And I drew them, so.
So I'm just talking to his bits.
Yeah, yeah.
Are they talking back?
I look up and
Who's massaging me?
Yeah. It's an older lady, older human lady.
Yeah, there's no need to blow on them if you want. If you want to feel, just ask.
You hear this gruff as the massage continues as normal.
Are you sure?
How far? How far away is he from you?
He's a couple of feet away. Yeah.
Okay, I won't be able to do that.
As you continue to think about things to do to each other, like whatever, you do. You are disturbed by the patron of the home, patron of this place, the sea elf. He, as you're talking about the cards specifically, he does come in and says, "So, I don't mean to overhear."
I
but-"
didn't have them with me. That's the fun part of this. They were in the locker.
Yeah. But he still does overhear, and he says, "Sorry to intrude. It's the tarot then."
Yes.
His eyes sort of light up, and he says,
I should say my full name more often.
"Don Surit R and Derry at your service. I had no idea that you were the lunatar of the tarot cards.
There is only one.
I also have a set."
Really?
Yes.
Can I see them?
Unfortunately, they're just back at my desk. I just wanted to come in and say it's an honor. I truly do believe in these cards, and I know many people that have a set as well.
Have they helped you?
Yes, exactly. I just wanted to say that they have been of help. A curious thing, though, you don't happen to have a spare hunter. I've misplaced mine. I simply have 9 of them. I have asked others, but they unfortunately also seem to have misplaced theirs. It's very odd, but would you happen to have a spare hunter?
I mean, I have one. It's not a spare.
We do not. Oh, please, forgive me. I do not want to take this from you, but
However, I can maybe send one to you.
would you? Yes, thank you.
Good.
Perhaps a few I will pay, but a few for my friends who have also only are down to their 9.
Right. That's weird. Did you all lose them at the same time?
I've not really discussed this at great length with them, but I'm not sure.
How many do you need?
4?
Okay. Don't worry about paying. It can be my gift to you.
Thank you. Well, I will offer a free hour for you after this if you'd say.
All my friends?
Of course.
Okay. Thank you.
Well, it's like I said, a pleasure to see you.
I'm glad they've helped.
Yeah.
I'll tell my parents. But
I do wake up each morning and draw a new card, and it brings me a new happy day.
that's what I do. What did you draw this morning?
The sun.
We drew that the other day.
Ah, did you? It's quite
It was a very pleasant day. I
quite
think.
pleasant. Yes. Perhaps it was on the same day. It would
And
be
then
so
we drew,
fortunate.
drew the familiar as well.
Oh, very nice. Yes. Another favorite of mine. Anyway, I'm sorry. I did not mean
No,
to
that's okay.
interrupt. Enjoy the rest of your hour. Lunch will be served as you finish. And he backs away and leaves. And
I will look quite embarrassed.
okay, as you finish off your massage, and your bath hour are coming to an end. It has been a pleasant one, and one with lovely discussion, and for once a bit of a respite.
No one died.
And with that, we'll take our 10-minute break. Thank you very much for hanging around. Enjoy,
Just quickly,
please.
2 other people we need to shout
Yes,
out.
please.
Wait, one other person we need to shout out is NBCDM. who
Yeah,
gifted
thank
my
you.
mum
Yes,
a
I saw that.
subscription, so
Well
thank
done.
you.
Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Alrighty, we'll see everybody in 10 minutes. See you soon. And welcome back, everybody. Hello.
Can I quickly clarify something, if that's
You
okay?
can absolutely clarify something.
While you're looking concerned about something.
Oh, that's right. That's all good.
Ah, do I know what you're concerned about?
I don't know. Oh, that. Yeah, maybe. Oh, nice. I didn't know what I was looking at. Thanks.
It's gone now. I totally forgotten. Oh, the swear jar. Well, shit doesn't count. If you look at the swear jar command, it actually uses the F word specifically, which I have said once this session and once a previous session. So my count is only 2.
Jeez.
We
Thank
have
you.
also created a new command that I'm about to friend. What?
F word.
That I'm about to preview for everyone.
Ooh.
Zoe?
Hey. Excellent.
On craft.
Nice. Amazing.
Hey.
Houndcraft is there. Good.
Anyway, that's all I have to say.
Lovely. Okay. What can we do here now?
Oh no, Promethean's about to say something.
Oh, Promethean.
Start talking.
Lol.
You want a heart eyes emote, but with dice, please. I can do that. I can actually do that.
Nice.
Sure, you tell me what color you want the dice to be and I'll make it happen for you.
Oh, beautiful.
Is it for you or us? That's it.
Oh, okay, nice. Okay. Beautiful. With that said, let's head back in. So,
Oh, I fixed it.
yeah, the rest of the hour passes fairly swiftly. And as you finish up your massages, the workers of the establishment leave, leaving you all once again by yourselves, yes?
Can I get up
Yep.
before Sid
Yes, you can.
as he's completing his massage?
Uh-huh.
And I'm just going to walk forward a bit and use my tail to, like, tickle his foot.
Take the foot, yep. Okay.
Just as a sleight of hand.
Oh, okay. You don't want him knowing it's you?
Yeah.
Okay, sleight of hand it, or sleight of tail it. Make a perception check. See.
You're probably pretty safe there.
13.
Also 13s.
Well,
7 is a
Oh,
20.
Plus 7. You don't, well, you feel the tickle on your foot, but you just don't even look around to see. You just put it down to maybe a little bit of the water wading around your foot. Nice and gentle.
I'm going to tap his butt with it.
Your butt feels, again, that slight shift in watery gentleness. But once again, you just put it down to the relaxation you're feeling right now. Whether it be the worker doing it, the water, one of your friends. It doesn't matter. What matters is your comfort.
He is comfortable.
Or are you feeling uncomfortable, or do you feel?
Well, let's just go. I hate having my bottom of my feet tickled in real life, so I guess I'd have a knee-jerk reaction where I'd kick my feet up.
If he's done, I'd keep doing it then.
Right. Okay. Well, if you keep doing it, your sleight of hand's going to go very, very south.
I'll do it
that's
one
cool.
more time and then I'll
One
stop.
would, if it's a knee-jerk reaction, you're going to have to do the second one with disadvantage. Make another
Disadvantage, no.
perception. Yeah.
Whoop.
That was not nice.
16.
Ooh, I don't mind. My lowest is a 12, so
19.
19, yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Even though, I mean, again, it's just not the most comfortable,
Okay.
but you still don't look around to see what's going on. You just you're kicking the water away.
Sydney, you all right?
Turn around and look at the elderly woman who is massaging me and be like, I fucking hate getting my feet tickled. You can blow on my genitals all you want, but don't tickle my feet, please.
And at that point, the massages end. As the hour finishes, your workers leave, yours with a bit of a gruff, and the door closes behind you. Once again, you start to smell that amazing scent of lunch as your stomachs become a little bit hungrier. The water's nice and cool, and you're just getting up. Are you spending the next hour? I mean, you're going to eat and then come back for the other complimentary hour, or you can use it another time as well, not just now.
I heard that you shouldn't bathe after you eat, so maybe we should eat and then we can save this hour for another time.
I think that's a good idea.
It's one of the nicest things I've ever experienced, so I'd be happy to come back.
I must admit you've outshined yourself here, Luna. The clothes, the spa,
I'm not shining.
and look, I think that maybe perhaps the three of us are the outcasts. Look at in your fame.
Mm.
What's the hunter represent?
It's a bit odd, that story, wasn't it?
Oh, it was really weird, considering it's basically like an omen.
Good omen?
No. Well, maybe. No.
You know what's funny is I read it just before the break, and then I was like, I've got to fix things.
Sorry?
Good if you like bad things.
I mean, have you ever been in a room? That's the end. No. Have you ever been in a room and you feel like someone's watching you? And you know that they're not because you're probably alone in the room, but you just feel like it's there still? And it's makes you a little bit paranoid and unsettled? That's what the hunter represents.
Any things like this happened before? Stories about disappearing?
Well, not that I've heard of.
I'd have to
It is
ask your
quite
parents
odd.
if you see him.
Well, maybe. I am in the middle of writing them a letter. I could add this on.
How many people own these cards?
There's
10.
Well, there's 10 cards, but they're not always people, and it's no one specific. It's just, as far as I know, at least.
Not a coincidence.
Yes.
Well, it's not like an illustration of someone we know. It's just most of them are faceless.
Are all the cards handmade then by your father?
By both of them, my mother and my father.
They must be busy every day.
Oh, no. No, there's a master set, and they use magics too.
Copy.
Maybe. I don't know.
This is fair.
I never really thought about it.
I'd like to help you make your card.
Well, you will, because we're on the journey together.
Perhaps that can be your first card. The journey.
Mm.
Maybe. Hasn't really been that important so far, though, has it?
I don't know. I'm getting some things done.
That was a joke.
Mm.
Right, the laugh.
Because you two are talking to each other, can I get Sid and Bella to make a perception check, please?
Is there a point? All right, 17 this time.
I'm
11.
I've towed up at this point.
Okay, cool. As you are starting to dry yourselves off and talk, Sid, you hear this voice of the owner of the establishment say something to the effect of, I am done straight. No, they're not here. No. But please don't go in there. No, please. Not with that. And then the door opens.
It's battle of the nude time.
And you see in the doorway of the bathhouse,
Kinum.
Kinum.
Hell yeah.
And he has a very sour face, and on his back is a very large axe, and he looks and slams the door. Well, here you are. I didn't like that. That was not nice.
Well, I mean,
Shut up! Didn't you, teacher? Listen. You, and he takes out his axe now and points towards you. As he does that, you hear as well a crash as one of the, from the right-hand side crashes through this humanoid figure in a cloak, and Kinum, as you're casting it, he says, "Get it!" And now I need everybody to roll initiative now.
Hey.
Aye.
Hey, roll 20 as dark mode.
You can all also go into your rolls, into Roll20 and have a bit of a look at your surroundings while I reposition
What's your
you.
initiative?
I got +3 and -3.
You are here. You are here. Envelope
Why is that?
is there.
Because
Good.
I can add my charisma bonus to mine. I was wondering if it already did. I'm serious.
At the
Oh,
start
it's
of
my
the
dex.
day,
What's your dex?
I got +3.
I was like,
I
hey,
guess
Kelly,
that must be. Yeah, 7 +3 as well.
are we going to need to like open roll 20? And you're like, nah, we just have it. Just have it in the background anyway, but we don't need it.
Is your initiative is done by your dex, isn't it?
Is it add your dex modifier correct?
You don't do that though on D&D.
No, because I leveled up. I wasn't sure if my other ability was added in, but it must be.
It doesn't.
Just wait your dex and your charisma.
Yeah.
So no blood in the
Potentially
rules,
go like a
right?
+10
That's on the
dex.
rule list?
Potentially.
Look, you didn't see it specifically, no.
Oh well, to my initiative rolling.
Oh yeah, it's
Because not. Yeah.
Can I take advantage on grapples for
oh no, I don't
moisture?
have any of my equipment.
What?
This being generally slippery.
Oh, you mean advantage against grappling?
Yeah.
None of us have any of our equipment.
I
It's all
don't
in
know.
the
We
room.
can- I don't need
Back
that.
into the room.
Although I better take my armor off for my armor class.
He's definitely the way too, that's fine.
Yes. The large Goliath is between you and your equipment. Oh wow.
That sounds promising for us.
3 other beings are in the room with you. Well, yeah, apart one. Sorry.
Oh no.
3 other humanoid figures. You can't see them. You can't see their faces, but they seem to be dripping blood from their chins onto the floor. It seems.
Oh, zombie army!
Tall and skinny.
No, they're short, and you don't know about
Is one of
their.
them really fat?
No. It doesn't seem like it seems like they're all skinny, but you don't know their
Oh.
height. They seem to be
Yeah.
slouched. Can I get dexterity checks? Initiative rolls 25 to 20.
20.
22.
Wow.
20.
It's the naked
Both of
men
you,
move
20.
faster.
Yeah, sorry. I didn't do my
I'm thinking
What's your dex, Ben?
Eastern Promises.
I'll
Going
get
on
some
here.
yours is higher than mine. We've done this before.
Correct.
Oh, yeah.
So Hood first, and then Velo,
Sid.
and then just you, Luna.
Did you roll?
What'd you roll?
8.
8? Okay.
D20's actually made a rule saying that there's no one dying in the bathhouse, so.
Oh, fair. Well, battle over. So with that, you see that these hooded beings seem to have what look to be scimitars, and they're just slashing them around threateningly towards you. 2 of them are coming from the doorway leading out into the garden, and one of them is coming up from the steam room, it seems, and Kinnem is coming up from the main thoroughfare. Sid, you're up first.
Sweet. So whereabouts on this map would the lockers that we left everything be?
Yep, so behind Kinnem, in that
In the top
in the
left.
top left.
I guess I will run up, try to maybe slash Kinnem as I'm going through. So 5, 10, 15 so far. See if I can attack him with the scimitar. Oh no, I don't know it. I'll before running, I'll hey buddy, and I'll try to hit him with the fireball.
Oh, firebolt. Yes, sure. Go for it.
5 bolts. That will be quite good actually. Back to this. 24 to hit.
That'll hit.
And that will be 6 points of fire damage.
All right. The first thing you do, and what you will see is just this thin streak of flame just hit Kinnem right in the neck and just completely explode around his face. He just almost drops his axe, but keeps that in one hand as he holds his hand above his cheek. Why did you do this to me? And you're trying to run past him?
I'll use that moment to try and get stuck past him to get into the room.
1 attack of opportunity against you. That will be a 21 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
I thought it missed.
With this massive axe, it will come down on you and do 5 points of slashing damage as you run past. Hit you in the back and down the leg.
Hey, watch the bits. Oh. So that was 5, 10, 20, 30 will get me there.
Yeah, you're 5 feet away from being able to retrieve your stuff.
And for a bonus action, I will call out to Hood, say, get your shit together, buddy. And that is Bardic Inspiration.
Bardic Inspiration, alrighty.
Hey.
Is it a 1d4?
6.
1d6.
Yeah, do you sing the weekend to do that?
No, just say get your shit together.
It's your turn, Hood.
Kinnem, friend, why are you here?
Are you waiting for an answer?
Yeah.
She and all of you have put me into the shit with the people I sell to, and now you're gonna pay.
Perhaps there's a way we can work this out.
Yeah, with your head.
I don't see how that's going to benefit yourself or me in particular.
Another body might, just might, help me unravel this failed. Come here.
Yeah.
From behind me. Remember, it needs to be in good condition. Don't damage the head.
Kinnem, I think maybe perhaps you have to be a bit more honest with us to get what you need.
It's too late for that.
It doesn't have to be, but I will defend myself if I have to. And I am going to... Not quite sure what I'm going to do.
Shut up.
I'm going to. If I run past him, I'll get an attack opportunity. Hey.
Yes, you will.
Only there was a spell you could use.
So I know I'm going to keep that as my clutch. I'm actually going to run up to him and attack him with my claw attack.
Alrighty.
And
Kill that axe in my head.
Use a spell.
sneak attack.
Make fun of the rogue.
Sorry.
You should be. Me
Me
and Bella brewing tea. This is going. Sipping with our pinkies up.
Yeah, okay, cool. So I'm going to run up to him
Yep.
and make one claw attack.
Yep.
And
Up there. Diagonal.
yeah, I want to be as close into the doorway as possible.
And as close into the doorway. You can go all the way around him and go there.
Yeah, let me just have a look at that.
Side by side. It's 10 foot.
Yeah, if that's where I can get up to
Yep.
without triggering the opportunity.
No, you can actually go here without triggering opportunity attack. Diagonal.
Yeah, okay, we'll do that one then.
Yep.
And then I make a claw attack,
Mm-hmm.
which just does feel good. Is a 15, 16, 17.
That hits.
That hits. So, because I'm in. Oh, actually, I won't roll that again. I'm in single combat with him, so I get advantage.
Single combat advantage because of.
Rakish audacity.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
That's fine.
So that's something higher, like 20. No,
What the
13.
heck is that?
So he takes 1d4 slashing damage. And because I have advantage, I get to use my 2d6 for sneak attack damage.
Sneak attack, is that not when someone else is within 5 feet, or is that with
I'll read you the.
Yeah,
When
that's
you
fine.
have advantage, eh?
Oh, when you have advantage, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
go for it. Yeah, that's fine.
So that's 2 and 5
Gross.
is 7 points of damage in total.
7 points. Okay.
And because I've attacked him, he doesn't get an attack opportunity.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
And I'll let you know what that feature is called. Fancy footwork.
Mm-hmm. Cool. As you dance your way away, you can move.
You know, you don't have to do this. I've tried to talk you out of this before, as I pan past.
Alrighty.
And so, how many feet did you end up moving? 15?
No, you went 5, 10, 15, 20. You go in 30 feet. And that's put you there.
Oh, that's got me 30 feet.
What?
Jeez, okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet?
Oh, 25, sorry. Yep.
Yeah. And I'll move diagonally, well.
Cool.
Just there.
Yep, no problem. That's all you're doing?
Is he standing in front of the lockers now, or are the lockers at the back?
Sid is standing 10 feet away from the lockers.
Oh, so the lockers are those glass panel
Yeah.
looking things. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Oh, good, because I didn't ask when I ran towards it.
Yeah.
Just going through the China cabinet.
With that, it is Velo's turn.
Cool. I'm going to look up and you can see the cultists kind of emerging from the far side of the room. And the
Yeah.
two coming,
Which
pushing
one
up
do you know
the,
they're cultists?
Mm-hmm. They've got the names below them.
the creatures that are coming that you can't possibly see, save their dripping blood from their maw.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to. Oh,
That's not a spoiler, I'm sure it's a generic name.
I'm going to cast summon my wildfire spirit. And
Where do you want it?
right in between the creature nearest to us, and then the one, 2, 3, 4 squares down,
In between both?
in between both. Which should be
Right there.
both within 10 feet.
You see suddenly, and you feel the heat from the flames of this massive stag, just aflame and just threatening, just with its antlers made of flickering fire, just whooshing back and forth.
This is how fires get started.
And then, so both of them will have to save on a dexterity saving throw of 13. Which is not terribly impressive.
13? Okay, so that one goes first. That fails.
Yeah.
And the one beyond, the further away one, goes next. and that saves.
Huzzah. So the one nearest to us, but not the one furthest away.
Yep.
It's not half damage DC for some reason.
Yeah, fair.
It's that fire.
It's just the level 1 or level 2
It's that
thing.
fire you can dodge.
Yeah.
So that is 8 points of fire damage to the one nearest to us.
All right, you can see that the stag creature just rushes past and almost envelops itself around this creature, this other humanoid who snarls directly at it. You can see a little bit more of the face, gaunt, white-skinned, just scars all over the cheek and chin, and you just hear this growling snarl as flames lick around the skin and also the hood, and the stag goes back.
It's the end ruling on this. It's meant to take its turn after me, but do you want me to wait around until I take its turn, or is it just going to take another action after I finish?
So that was your action to do.
My action was to summon it.
Yep.
And it's meant to take its turn after me.
Yep, which it did. Or is this now its turn?
No, the summoning is the AoE. That's what I'm
Oh, got it. Yeah, no,
That's
no,
what
that's
I'm
fine.
saying.
That's
Is that
fine.
okay? All right.
That's fine.
I ain't trying to power game.
No, you're fine. All good. Doesn't
You
really worry
sound
me.
like you're power gaming.
Doesn't really
I'm not trying to do that.
Makes
With
a
that being
difference.
said,
go for it.
I use Flame Seed. So one target I can see. So I'm going to have it fire off a seed of flame
Yep.
at the creature that's emerging from the door on the opposite side of the room.
Okay. What's the range?
The range is 60 feet.
Yeah, definitely can hit it. Okay.
Cool. And that is a. Just my spell attack. That is an 8 to hit.
Okay.
Misses. It shoots into the tile and shatters a lot of the green and blue tile on the wall, and it just flames and then burns out.
There goes that free hour.
All right, that's
I
it.
can fix it later.
Is that what you're doing?
That's me done.
All right. One of the creatures closest to you, Velo, goes next. The one that was injured. He comes up towards you and slashes a scimitar directly at you. It actually does 2 attacks against you with the scimitar. The first one is a 13 to hit you.
That. So let me just double check my PC now that I've taken off all my armor. That hits.
That hits.
Yes.
I'll do the second one. That one will be a 12 to hit you.
Meets beats.
Okay, so both hit you. The first one doing 4 points of slashing damage, and then the second one is doing 5 points of slashing damage. As your feathers and blood just mold together, and as your feathers and blood just splatter along the ground, it just looks up, and you can see now the face is eyeless. There's just weird sockets with these dead skin that's sort of like fading away and just not just rotting along this pink white skin as it looks at you and snarls again. That's all it's doing. The second being goes next, which is this one here. It's actually going to try and attack your creature.
Yes, it does. So it has. I've got its stats right
Yeah,
here.
cool.
Yeah, I've got its stats right here.
As it
Allow me
starts
to attack this flame.
it tries to attack the stag with both of its melee attacks. Oh, that one's cocked. The first one is a 14 to hit, and the other one is a 13 to hit.
They both hit.
Okay. The first damage is going to be 6 points of slashing damage,
Yep.
and the second one is going to be 4 points of slashing damage.
It lives.
Cool. But with that, it is Kinnam's turn. As Kinnam turns towards you and goes over here, not really enjoying your attack against it, and not being able to swing and miss it automatically as you sidestepped him, he's going to make a couple of attacks. And that will be... actually, no, just the one attack, but he's going to just... with a bellow and without any regards to himself, he's going to expose himself, not nudity, but he just exposes his whole body
Like
Your
like
your
that.
next attack against him will have advantage, but he now has advantage against you.
Okay.
He knows all
Right,
about
right.
it.
So this one. Was it? Oh no, I don't need it. You can check if you want. That's a nat 20.
Kayla, why are you nat 20ing me all the time?
Yes.
So, can use my reaction to
Yes.
the silvery bar.
Yes, you could if you wanted to.
So, it would impose disadvantage on him.
Correct.
Would that just be that roll then that you've already done?
Oh, I see
in
what you
that
mean.
situation?
Has advantage.
You need to re-roll, don't you? And take the lowest.
Yeah, but it's. I don't think it specifically says disadvantage. It says when you roll a second dice. and
Okay,
take the
if it
lowest.
just says re-roll and not
Just-
take
sorry,
disadvantage,
I'll bring
then
it up.
I will re-roll. But if it says disadvantage, I
I
will
see
need to
what you
have
mean.
it stand, because then they
Uh,
cancel each other out.
So you magically distract the triggering creature and turn its momentary uncertainty into encouragement for another creature. The triggering creature must re-roll the d20 and use the lower
Yeah.
roll.
Well, I'll do that then. Cool. I'll just roll the re-roll it.
13.
That time it's an 18 to hit you.
Still hits, yeah.
Still hits? Okay. So not double damage, but
Six,
definitely
yeah.
still some damage. That will be 8 points of slashing damage against you.
Massive if it was.
And I will take the advantage.
Yep. All right. Kinnem is then going to just move one over there. And actually, no, he's going to go here instead, right next to both of you. With that, that's his turn. Luna, you're up.
Cool. Level 3.
Can we talk amongst one another?
Yeah.
It's not our turns.
Yeah. Not monologues, but if you have any short phrases
6
you'd like to
seconds worth
say.
of dialogue.
That's it, yeah, 6 seconds worth.
I'm gonna look over at Velo and be like, that was really cool. Want to see something I've been working on?
I cough blood.
A little bit gets on your dress.
I'm gonna use my action first, and I'm gonna cast Moonbeam.
Moonbeam.
And
Okay.
I'm gonna do it like directly on top of Kinnem,
Yep, okay.
who has to immediately make a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution, alrighty. Cocked.
That's a lie. It wasn't cocked.
That's a 11.
It's a fail.
Cool.
So it's 3d10. Terrible rolls. 7 points of radiant damage.
7 points of radiant. Okay.
He's a shape changer. His form is revealed.
He is not.
Okay.
He continues to stay his true self, a Goliath, but very unhappy as he looks up. This moon appears in the sky,
40 feet high.
and just this cylinder of moonlight just embodies his whole body, and it starts to burn his skin as he just stupid, and it then passes out.
So for my bonus action, I'm going to close my eyes for a moment. I'm going to hold my necklace, and then my whole body is going to start glowing with little teal and amber stars. And I'm going to use my bonus action to expend one of my wild shapes to turn into a constellation of the Archer, which essentially means
We're in a planetarium.
that.
Sorry, what did you just say?
So, circle of stars,
Yeah.
you can do a wild shape as a constellation instead of as an animal. And the Archer allows me to make a ranged attack as a bonus action every turn.
Cool.
Hey, we found the
It's
hunter card.
60
Yeah.
feet of range, and it is a luminous arrow, so it just appears in my hand. So as I turn into this constellation and pull this luminous arrow out of me, I'm going to throw it at a cultist.
Cool.
Yeah.
Which one?
I'm going to throw it towards the bloodiest, meanest looking one.
Uh,
Not the one in front of Velo, because I don't want to hit her. So probably the one furthest away.
Right. Would you? So have you physically turned into this other archer?
I'm not incorporeal, so you can still hit me.
No, but I
still
guess
look like
visually,
myself.
you still look like yourself.
I look
Okay.
like myself,
Okay.
but it's like where some of my joints are.
Sure.
It's like there's a star.
Nice. Okay.
Um,
Okay, so you're gonna hit it towards this
one super far away.
far away.
It's not gonna hit. Yeah, it's an 11.
Misses. This arrow just hits the wood just behind this creature, this humanoid, and just sticks to it. And it does just explode with a beautiful confetti of
I'm
small
still glowing,
lights.
so-
Yeah, you are. With that, is that all you're doing?
Yeah, that's,
All right,
yeah,
cool.
literally.
This last humanoid creature goes next. It is going to take out what looks to be a gnarly looking sling with, you can't see the pebbles from where you are, but they look like pebbles. And he's going to take 2 throws towards you, Luna.
Great.
It's a shootout.
The first one is going to be an 18 to hit you.
Yep.
And the second one is going to be a 11 to hit you.
No.
Alright, so just the first one hits. That's going to be 5 points of bludgeoning damage against you.
Oh.
You get, it slams into your chest and your shoulder, and then just disintegrates this pebble. If you actually look at it, it does have a sharp edge to it that did hit you, and then falls out. You're bleeding a little bit on the shoulder, but it's going to stay where it is. Back up to the top. Sid, you're up.
I will just move out of his range. I have to go 10 foot to get to the...
Correct. That's where you can get your equipment. It will have an attack of opportunity against you. That's going to be a 14 to hit.
Being naked, that would normally hit, but I will use my once a day shield ability.
All right, the shield ding. This invisible barrier is stopped.
I'll just do it on my hardened bare butt. Deflect the axe.
You stick that butt out, and he aims right for it, but it's as though the cheeks themselves stay the blow in between the cheeks, and
That's a
then
good point. Has everyone taken their armor off?
Yes.
I've taken mine off, yeah.
Yeah, buns of
I
steel,
haven't,
baby.
and ricocheting out, this axe does not affect the bare skin.
I'm just thinking of Flanders.
It's like I'm wearing nothing at all. And then I guess I'll rummage through the lockers.
You
And
get your stuff.
Yeah, is that an action?
That's an action to get your stuff and don it. Yeah.
Get it and don it.
Yeah.
Then I will use action surge.
Hey.
Take another action.
Fighter.
Hide your excitement, please.
I will come back in. Now that I have my scimitar, I will take a big swing at him. For a 19.
That'll hit.
20 something.
That'll
21.
hit.
21.
Is he gonna take a legendary action?
No.
That will be 7 points of slashing damage.
Nice.
Good looking dice, hey?
So that was just action. And then I will
Bless
use
you.
a bonus action to... Sorry.
You're right. As you continue to have a look, your scimitar comes down, and he tries to block it with his axe, but it skids off the axe and just tears through hand skin and arm skin, and just entire layer of just a whole bit of skin just plops onto the ground, and he sort of shudders in shock for a second.
And then I will bonus action use second wind.
Wow. Okay. Heal yourself.
That was a 10 plus 2, so I'll be back to max.
Awesome.
Hot.
Alrighty.
And that is me done.
That's you. Alrighty, Hood. You're next.
When I'm talking to him to persuade him, is it an actual action to persuade him to stop? Again, I'll talk to him. Kinem, you're not faring so well here now. One of us are equipped. You said you want this to end. You can stop this.
Alright, persuasion if you'd like, with that.
That's pretty good. Okay, I rolled a 19 and I got a 4, so 23.
Okay. He just turns towards you and you can see that. Make me an insight check actually with that roll.
Ooh.
Okay.
Secrets.
Inside check's not so good. 5 and a 1 is 6.
A 6? Alright.
You do have a d6 if you would like to use it.
Or you can save it for something.
I roll a 6 max and get a 12.
Could it be the difference between knowing what you know or not?
Statistics.
Okay.
I only have one of these, don't I?
At the moment,
Fuck it. Okay.
That's a shame.
That's another 4 on that, what did I tell you?
10. So you get 10?
Yeah.
Okay. You see that he's is not looking at you all the time. He's looking back towards these other people that have come in with him. He seems to be more focused on them. You don't know why, but he seems to be more focused on them than you. But he replies, "You have caused me to do this. They have as well. I can't control it." And that's all he can do. That's all he says.
Okay, so bonus action disengage.
Okay.
I'm going to move up to the locker for 15 feet.
Yep.
Action, get it and don it. Is that right?
Yep.
And then I've still got another 15 feet of movement. So how would I have done that? 5, 10, 15. I'm going to go out on a limb here for you, Kinnan, and I'm going to move directly backwards, back to my position.
Okay. Sure.
And
So right
I'm
back
not
to where
gonna
you
be
were?
Facing him, I'm going to be facing down the corridor
Okay.
of where the cultists are,
All right. No problem.
and that will be all my actions.
That's all you're doing. Alrighty. So you just end up where you were before.
Yeah,
Cool. Velo.
but I am equipped.
You have all your faculties.
I'm gonna, as blood and feathers fly off me, and I'm standing there naked in this bathhouse.
Just a bird quiet naked in a bathhouse.
Yeah.
Hey, that's how you were born.
Every bathhouse.
Farting out of that egg.
So I got out of the egg. It's similar. I'm going to use a claw attack on the creature directly in front of me
Alrighty.
for a 13 to hit.
13 hits.
Nice.
Hey.
And then so that's 5 points.
5 points. It's looking fairly rough. You can see that claw just went straight through cloth and skin, and this entire part of it. It's soft flesh, and it doesn't even look like this creature has much bone structure underneath this skin, because you tear off a good portion of cheek and rotting bone, it seems, because it's brown. This bone, not white, as though fresh, and it is a clump of flesh just splashes into the water, get a bit going onto you.
Hey, no blood in the water.
Yeah. And then as a bonus action, I'm going to cast Healing Word on myself.
Okay.
So I'll take I rolled wrong dice, my apologies. I rolled a d6 instead of a d4. 5 points of healing.
5 points of healing. Alrighty.
Cool. And so as it comes to my wildfire spirit shape,
Yep.
I'm going to call it towards me, and so it'll take an attack of opportunity as this happens.
Okay. That will be a 14 to hit the creature.
That hits.
Oh, max. So that's 7 points of slashing damage. Numbers.
That's
Quick math.
8 plus 5 plus 6 is 19
Mhm.
total. It has 1 HP.
Okay.
So, going to.
I can move it if you want. Where do you want it?
Thank you, please. Could you please move it right next to me?
Yep.
And with that, I'm going to use its ability.
Wait a second. Do I need to save against it because
No.
I'm within 10 feet?
No. Not unless it still has its AoE effect in place.
And I'm going to yell out to you, Amara.
Amara.
I'm going to yell out to you, Luna.
Luna.
Don't fight this one, trust me. I'm going to cast fiery teleportation. And in the hope that myself and the willing creature that is Luna will be able to move 15 feet diagonally.
Okay.
But do I get hurt? Is my real
It
question.
depends. Are you a willing creature?
Yes.
Then you're sweet. So I would probably actually be standing, if we both move diagonally up 15 feet.
5, 10, 15 will put you there.
Perfect. And same for Luna if possible.
And same for the creature?
The creature, the creature has to save on a dexterity 13 save. DC dex save of 13. Otherwise, it takes 1d6.
Does the
fire
wildfire
damage.
come with us?
Your being.
Oh no! It stays where it is.
Oh, okay. So it stays what it is, and the human
Right.
makes a
It stays where
dexterity
it is.
saving throw.
We teleport and it gets.
Okay.
the creature
And what's the
gets
radius of that fire?
5 feet. Everything within 5 feet of where it was. So it was down and one to the right.
It was there, wasn't it? Sorry.
No, it was down one and then one to the down.
Yeah,
one
it's
to
there
the
now.
right. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
It's delayed for me. My bad.
Cool. That's right. So it takes a
Gosh,
dexterity
Sheldon,
saving
how
throw.
dare you?
So rude.
That is a 14 plus 2.
It
which-
lives. It
okay.
saves.
Alrighty.
As I see Velo and Luna
Teleport.
teleport in front of me,
Yep.
kill the cultists first.
Oh, I was planning on it.
And you all hear that because you're the closest by as well, Sid. Is that all you're doing, Velo?
That's my whole turn.
All right. This being makes another attack against this fiery creature. One attack against it first, which will be a 13 to hit.
Yes.
That hits needs beats. Sorry, I just stopped.
That's all right.
Drinking at the worst times.
And that would be 3 points of slashing damage.
it dies.
All right. In a fiery heap, it extinguishes. At that point, it will move, and it will. It can't really swim, so it's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20 over to you, Luna, and just make another scimitar attack against you.
Please don't.
That's a 10 to hit you.
No.
Alrighty. That one there is all they can do, although now this one is next. He's going to take out the sling as well, make 2 strikes, one against Luna, one against Velo. Luna first. That one's a 20 to hit.
Natural?
No.
Oh my god.
That will hit you though.
Yeah.
And then it will be another
Will
5.
20 hit me?
And then another 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ow.
And then Velo, that's going to be a 13 to hit you.
It hits.
Okay. And another strike against you, another 5 points of bludgeoning.
You're only getting the limit.
And you all watch as these slings just get, from a small pouch, these sharpened pebbles just get put into these slings and quickly, like a whip, just very, very quick succession. And you get smacked in the head with one of these. You feel blood pouring out of it. It's quite precise blows. Kinnem is next. Kinnem is just going to take another hit against. Geez. I just have to think last round what happened.
I had a friendly conversation with him.
I flayed his arm skin.
That's fair. That's fair, Sid. I think we know the winner. Sid, you're going to get attacked. That's going to be a 16 to hit.
Put your armor on a second.
Yeah. I was also thinking it. Yeah, that doesn't hit.
Okay. All right. As you watch, the axe just still comes down and hits the shield because you still have shield up. This because it's still the same round.
Yeah, well, it's less than my armor, but that's what I was thinking. Whether I would
Cool.
still have shield, but yeah.
Yeah, you
Can
do.
he
You
also
do.
make a Constitution saving throw?
He
please?
sure can. Sure can.
Are these are doors that are closable? Yeah.
Yep.
You better not.
That's a
Get in
that's
the
a
fucking
21.
It still takes time.
That's fine.
So 6
6
points
points.
of radiant damage.
Okay. 6 points already halved.
That's
Nice.
already halved. This is 2d10.
Cool. All right. Again, that moonbeam still just burns that skin. You can see flakes of skin just burn in the air as they just peel off. He screams, and it is your turn, Luna.
Great. What do I do? Okay, I'm going to... Actually, I don't need to use that. Not gonna strike anyone. So I'm going to, cast... How does concentration work? So, can I cast other spells while I'm concentrating or not?
So you can have one spell that's concentration, and you can't cast another spell that requires concentration.
But I can cast other
You
spells.
can cast
that don't-
other spells.
Cool.
Yeah.
Spell casting. So I'm going to use my innate ability of guiding bolts. By instead of reading my star map, I'm going to read my own constellation.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to cast guiding bolt at cultist number 3.
Alrighty.
Cool. Don't fuck me. Oh no.
You go.
Just because I said fuck, I was like...
Yes,
No.
of course.
Technically, okay,
That was in.
I'll cop it, it's fine. So that's a 17 hit.
That hits.
Definitely worth it, it's 46. I'm
See,
pretty
no,
sure.
it's a fine line. Oh, 46 is it?
Yeah.
That's bad.
Oh my god, I got 2 6s. 12, 16, 17 points of damage.
Nice.
17 points. Okay.
On cultist number 3.
This humanoid creature just gets enveloped in holy flame, as you can see that there's this divine energy just encompasses, or this druidic energy just encompasses this creature, and you can see that it's essentially his entire skin has just been erased. You can see underneath that brown rotting bone as this creature is hardly up, but it does have
It is
some
radiant,
faculties
if
left.
that makes
Radiant,
any
sorry, radiant.
difference.
Thank you. It doesn't make any difference, but it is very powerful, and it is just alive.
So whoever attacks it next gets
Has
advantage.
Yeah.
So I'm going to use my bonus action to
Yeah.
attack it next.
Sure.
To throw a radiant arrow at it.
Sure.
And that is a 16 plus 4.
That
so
hits.
That's a 20. And that's a d8. So I'm going to go for a dash. That is... It's 5 plus 3. Let's double check that. No, it's 7. So 5 plus 2, 7.
7?
Points of radiant damage.
All right. As you watch, this arrow just flies in quick succession after the divine bolt, the radiant bolt, and sticks up in the mouth and whatever the brain left is of this humanoid, and it just goes and it falls back
Luna just
silently
winces and closes her eyes.
and dies.
Well, I don't. And then I'm going to look at the cultist in front of me, and I'm going to say, "You shouldn't mess with me."
If you want to make an intimidation check with disadvantage, you're more than welcome to.
Why not?
No, I'm kidding.
I'm going to do it.
Sure.
I'll do it at disadvantage.
No,
I
you
think
don't
that's
really need
fair.
to. No, because you did do a lot of damage. Just make a straight roll, intimidation roll.
Good. Intimidation? That is a 10.
A 10, okay. This humanoid looks at you, and you can see then again no eyes to speak of, and or to see of, and it just snarls again. And it is if you're all
That's
done.
my done.
And
That's
sit.
my done. That's my turn. Done.
Sid's go.
I'll just look at Sid. Your turn.
I will attempt to attack him with my scimitar.
Go
As
for
a
it.
fighter will do. That's advantage because of being next to wood as well.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. That is a 21.
That'll hit.
And that will be 5 points of slashing damage.
5 points. Okay, just across the chest. Now opening up the chest and the hide armor that he was wearing completely, exposing just muscle.
And I will call out to Luna. Hey, I really like how you're incinerating these people's skin. And that gives you bardic inspiration.
Nice.
What is it? A D6 or
Hmm.
Yeah,
That's all you're doing?
that's me done.
Alrighty, Hood.
I really need you guys to be inside.
Well, too bad.
Tough titties, kitty.
Is this like shelving on the left hand side? Is that like tall cabinets that are pullable? I can pull over to block the door.
Oh, you want to try and block the door with them? Looking over, you mean on the extreme left of that room?
Yes. Yeah.
They are shelves, but you need two of them to completely block the
Block the
door.
door. Okay. So.
And they are, they're probably not draggable very easily, both at the same time.
Again, I'll talk to Kenem. We can help you if you lay down your axe or put it to use in the right place.
Make another persuasion check.
Not so good. That's going to be a 9 with a...
Said 4.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, so 13.
A 13. He doesn't. His eyes are wild and in pain. He doesn't seem to be listening to anything around him right now.
Okay, so... I am going to... 15... Move 15 feet to cultist 1.
Yep.
I'm going to take the bonus action disengage. So
Okay.
Take an opportunity attack.
Sure.
15. And does that give me advantage on the cultist? Yep. Yeah, cool.
He is engaged with me, mostly to be married.
And I shall make a attack with my rapier.
Cool.
That is a 19 and a 5, so 24.
24 will hit.
Yeah. Fucking hell.
Go.
Is there your catchphrase?
So thank God I got that. So I rolled a 1 plus 3 is 4. 8 and a 6 is 14. 14 points of damage.
14 points of damage to that one.
Kill it.
And you just skewer it right through the neck. And just with that scimitar, yeah?
Scimitar,
Yeah, with it, you just use your strength to...
Sorry, rapier.
A rapier, thank you. You use the rapier, a much more a straight weapon, to just move it down as it tries to hold onto the blade with now what looks like clawed hands. Again, that sickly white and bone protruding from some of the fingers. It grabs the rapier, but its fingers just get cut up by it as it just gurgles to the ground dead.
Oh, fuck it. Delete. Control. Okay, so that was bonus action. Action movement. I've still got 15 points of movement left.
Points.
15 feet of movement.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any way to really take cover in here?
You don't see, apart from under the water, no. You don't see anywhere else.
You start to drown.
And I'm going to move in on cultists too.
Alrighty.
Can I skip over that?
Yeah, that's fine.
10, 15. Yep.
Cool. Alrighty. That's all you're doing. Bella, you're up.
Can I see both Cultist 2 and Kinnan
Yes.
behind me?
Yep.
Okay, so raising both hands and at level 2, I'm going to cast Scorching Ray. That's
Woo!
it. And so 3 bolts of fiery energy will erupt from my hands. It's a separate attack roll for each. So the first 2 I'm going to roll are both aimed at the back of Kinnan.
Yep.
So they are a nat 1 and another nat 1. That's 2 nat 1s.
Whoa.
Snake Eyes.
I feel like something bad has to happen. That's 2 nat 1s.
Double checking, that's a ranged spell attack. Is there advantage because he's engaged with me?
Not for range, no.
Not for range.
To be fair,
Right.
that's technically a 6.
It misses.
And
And
with
this is why that house called
Man.
with the final cultist, yeah. Bruh.
Jeez.
I don't even care. Put it back down.
it's on.
That's it. And with the final cultist, I swear that is a 9. Dude.
Misses as well. 3 scorching rays. Whoosh. Just Velo looks for a moment majestic as that similar fire just disperses around. You can see these small, almost small arrows or rockets just swirl and just whoosh, like a magic missile go towards the target. But then at that last second, just up into the air and dispersed.
Oh
All of
no.
them. What else are you doing? All right.
That's my turn.
Exactly.
That's all I got. I got no
All right.
idea.
As this other humanoid figure sees you, Hood, coming towards it with purpose, it will fire both of its slings toward you and actually move back. Let's go. 5, 10, 15. There. Fire 2 towards you. Alright, so the first one is going to be a 23 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
The second one is going to be another 23 to hit.
Ugh.
Far out. Okay, so the first
Oh, no.
sling is going to be 4 points of bludgeoning damage. And the second one is going to be another 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Can't I stop it?
uh,
I'm trying to work with your friends here.
with that, that's all it will do. Kinnan will go next and just...
he'll make a Constitution saving throw
Jesus Christ.
because it's at the start of his turn.
Far out.
Okay.
In fact, he will first of all move this way just to get a better vantage
But
point.
even if he starts his turn,
That's
he
fine.
takes
His
it. He takes his
Won't.
wet.
You take your back.
That's 15.
Yeah, but he still takes half, which is 7 points of radiant.
7? Okay. All right. As more of his skin is flayed, he will still take that strike against you. That will be a 22 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
And then it will be with his massive war axe. That'll be 13 points of slashing damage.
The damage.
Have you got shields?
No, not this
No,
round.
I've got it like once per day at this point. And I don't have any spell slots left to use it.
And that's all he'll do. Luna.
I'm going to use my action to move the moonbeam straight back on top of Kim,
Sure.
who will have to make another Constitution
Sure.
saving throw.
Even though he doesn't, this is
Because
when
he's
he...
technically now back in the space.
Yeah, fair. Okay. I mean, it takes an action to do so, right?
Yeah.
That's fair. That's a 17.
So he'll take half. Is it rounded up or rounded down for damage?
Down.
3 points of
Because I
radiant.
do that for you. So 3?
Yeah.
Cool.
And then my bonus action, I'm gonna pull out another arrow and throw it at the cultist.
Lots of range you've got, I'm assuming 60 you said?
60 feet, yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Is it 11 to hit?
Misses.
Bleh.
You do have a D6 if you want to use it.
You can if you want. Use it for this one or
13.
a 13 hits.
Hey, rank you. 7 points.
7 points. It
Great.
also isn't looking too good, but it's still up. And that's what you're doing.
And as I do it, I'm gonna be like, ow! as I throw.
All right. With that, Sid, you're up now.
Alright. I will attempt to grapple him, given
Okay.
Hood trying to, I guess, obviously talk to him.
Okay, so you're just trying to grapple him?
Yeah.
What
And
round is this?
I'm
4.
Okay.
I'm
Wow.
going to take the advantage from the silvery barbs that I used earlier, because the advantage on the previous attack was for flanking.
Sure. So,
Yes.
and you can use that advantage for a while?
It's basically for anything within a minute.
A minute, sure.
Yeah,
Good to
so
know.
it's checks,
Yep.
saving throws, attacks, whatever you choose
Yep.
within a minute.
Yep, cool.
That is 17.
That was an 8 from him.
Sweet. And I guess if I'm trying to drag him towards the closest bath, it'd be half movement.
Half movement for him, yep. And, I mean, if you're dragging him, strength check as well to see how far you get. You can have him...
Okay, so that, yeah.
You can have him grappled. He can't actually attack while he's grappled. He can only try and escape. But to move him requires effort.
Okay, cool. That was a 2 with a -1.
So it doesn't go anywhere, but you do have him grappled.
Alright. Then that is what I'll be doing. Also, I'll call out. Valo, you're very good looking, and can you heal me? And that is you getting bardic inspiration.
Sweet.
Amazing.
Heal me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just for that specific thing.
I'm coming.
Hood, you're up with that.
No.
You see Sid grappling successfully the Goliath.
Whoa.
I'm gonna make a bonus action dash and move in on cultist too.
Okay. And that'll use a... Is that using your action?
Bonus action.
Bonus action, yeah.
And that's rogue feat? Or
Correct.
rogue
Yeah.
thing? Okay, cool.
Cunning action.
Okay.
You can take a bonus action on each of your turns to take dash,
Yeah,
disengage, or hide.
Cool, cool, cool.
Yeah, I can get onto him. And then I will make an attack.
Go for it.
And that's going to be...
Good, right? It's
Hmm?
gonna be good.
I don't know, I'm not actually sure what the cultist armor class is. So it was a 12, 17?
Yeah, it hits.
I hit with
Okay,
the 13, so yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'll be higher than 1. A 2. You are higher than 1. And then is a 6 and a 4 again, so 5, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 points of damage.
Well, your first death or kill was successful, so you try the same thing. You skewer from inside the mouth up to whatever brain's left, and just push down, forcing the creature to just gurgle and hold onto that blade the same way, just scraping it, trying to get back up. But your strength is onto the ground and out, and it's dead.
I was so clean before this, now I'm more bloody than damaged. I'm
What else
glad
are you
you're
doing?
dead. That would be my how many feet? I think I had 10 feet left.
Yeah.
I'll just move 2 feet. No, 2 squares back.
2 feet.
So 5, 10.
Alrighty. In that case, it is Velo's turn.
So I'm just going to move 10 feet directly upwards, slap my hand on your shoulder.
You need to go one more.
Well, that's the wrong guy.
Heal, get him, sure.
Can I shout out?
Good damn
Kill him,
Kara.
your friends are dead.
Yes, so I'm gonna clap my hand on your shoulder and use at second level. I find the second level spell slot. Cure wounds. So you will take back 13 points of health,
Hey, thank you very much.
and I'll turn to Kinnan and say, "It's done now. Your creatures are gone.
Alrighty.
So stop fighting, you asshole."
He's grappled as well, isn't he?
He's grappled
Yeah.
too, yeah. Alrighty. That's all you're doing?
Yeah.
Cool. As the last creature got killed by you, you notice you all notice that these red smoke had been released from the bodies of these creatures simultaneously as that last one died. And they all quickly converged around Kinnan. And he instinctively just breathed. And as he breathed in, these three just smoke almost.
He made a Constitution saving throw. No.
He inhales
Technically, yes, but that's fine.
these three bits of smoke. And as he does, you can see his eyes become bloodshot red. All of it. All of his eyes are just all red. Iris and everything.
Two of them?
All two of them. And as he looks towards you, Sid, who's grappling him right now, it is his turn. He is going to
Make a
make a
Constitution saving throw.
saving throw.
Oh no.
That's a 13.
Let me just see what my save is. Because it's very close to that. What the heck is going on here? Sorry, my character sheet has just gone a little funky. Bear with us. One moment. If you would like to do some hold music.
While that's getting sorted, can I just ask the red smoke sort of after the bodies collapse? Is that reminiscent of what happened in the theatre when the entity kind of collapsed?
There was a similar thing happening, yes. Yes.
6 points of radiant damage.
6?
That's halved because you
Okay.
succeeded.
All right. With that in mind, Kinnan just looks towards you, Sid, and he says, "I am not really here." And this really odd smile encased is his mouth. And as he does, he'll try and ungrapple.
That's strength.
Yeah.
Do you get an advantage on that if I'm...
No. That was an 18 from him.
84.
Before? Okay. He unravels himself and immediately attacks you. That's a 19 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Will hit. All right.
Is that without any action to ungrapple?
Yep, it is, and it was.
It was a nice try.
7 points of slashing damage towards you.
Oh, you got healed. Good. You had like 7 HP before, didn't you?
Yeah. Yes, I'm only asking because HP is very valuable to me at the moment.
As he does, he is also going to move back 1, 2, 3, 4, and you can get an attack of opportunity. Velo?
And Sid.
That's just the unarmed strike?
Yep.
I'll get an attack as well.
Yep, you will as well.
Would it be an advantage because as he moves, he was engaged with 2 of us?
No, just an attack of opportunity is attack of opportunity.
14?
Misses.
Ooh.
No, sorry, that hit. Sorry, I just got my numbers
What?
wrong.
What?
Natural 20.
Yes.
Hey.
Nice.
That's
For
one.
11 points of damage.
Is it 21? 22?
No, that was
6 points of damage.
That's 17 and... Sorry, 11 plus 6, 17. Okay. At that point, you both just strike out and you both get him neck and neck, in the neck, side by side.
Neck attacks.
And again, that causes him to simply
my golly.
and fall to the ground, and that claw attack just completely tears out the throat, and then you in quick succession in that place just continue to
Is this how you want to do this, mate?
Oh, is this your first?
Well,
Yep. How do you want to finish him off?
I guess
Like that.
if Velo's ripped his throat open, I will just reach in and punch into the wound, grab his tongue by the base, and rip it out through the neck hole and give him a climbing necktie.
Nice. And as you all watch, you just hear flesh tear as the base of the tongue is ripped out, and the tongue is lolling just sloppily in the bloody hand of Sid. This long...
I close my eyes and cover them, and the moonbeam just drops.
Yep.
And then I'll reach up the bloody hand and with a fist bump towards Velo.
Off fist bump.
Just a
You-
squelch noise.
Yep, you hear
Can I,
it.
can I have that?
I'm just using the tongue.
Oh, it's like still attached, so I just pulled it through, so it's like a
Ah,
necktie.
never mind. Never mind.
Gross.
Yep.
I'm gonna walk out, just like whipping my rapier, trying to get the blood off it. Kinnan better be happy. What the fuck?
Velo,
Mm.
I didn't prepare my healing today.
Oh, yes.
Would it be okay?
Yes.
And like, for the first time in this campaign, you see Luna quite bloodied.
Yes. Yes. No worries. I'm going to
Oh
use...
no, I went unconscious once.
Yes, you did.
But I wasn't bloodied then, I was acidy.
If you got another one of those, I'm not looking too well either.
I will use my remaining... I'll use 2 first level spell slots. And then whoever's the most cooked is going to get the last one.
I'm about
Really?
50% health right now.
Good.
I'm lower than
So
So I'll take
you'll
this
take
one.
you'll take this one, which will be 6 points of 4 points of healing for Luna, and 10 points of healing for you. And my final spell slot, lovely, is another 10 points for yourself.
He's more hurt than me.
How badly? As I look at my 2 companions, who's the most?
that. That 10 was nice. I'm only like 5, 6, only 7 hit points away from being fully healed.
I'm 6.
Oh, so who's your favorite?
I look at my
They
companions.
both look pretty close in terms of damage.
As the more glamorous person, it's
Yeah,
probably
probably.
more shocking to see me like this.
Yeah, probably. That's fair. Luna it is.
Hey.
Screw you.
Yeah, I just did all the killing, whatever.
Yes.
I look down at my starry constellation shining in my body.
Mind you, that is very pretty. It's a good thing we got that extra hour, right? We're gonna need it after this.
What do you mean?
Well, I guess now dried up blood because of the healing.
If we're going to dinner.
That tub on the right hand side of the room,
The meat in it?
far right. Is that which tub was that? Was that the hot tub?
The one on the far right,
Yeah.
that was the warmed.
I'm gonna get. Is there anything in it?
There's a bit of blood, there's a little bit of flesh from one of the humanoid figures, but apart from that, it's just warm water. Got a bit of stain in it, yeah.
Can you just clean it with magic? It's just.
The bathhouse might appreciate it. It did say no excrement in the pool.
The hot water doesn't have any.
You might boil it.
Oh, I'll be like a rotisserie chicken if I get in one. If I get in there.
Woolies.
I am gonna
I'll
jump
get you.
in
Just
the warm water.
let's maybe see what these people had on them
Yes.
first.
Great point. As I'm walking up, I'm going to go up to the one, I guess that's near Luna, the one that I killed first. Check its body and try and make my way to Kinnan and find out.
You may have missed, but the cultist bodies evaporated in red smoke and entered Kinnan. I
Right.
guess his lungs.
In which case, I will be lying towards Kinnan.
You'll be what?
I will be lying towards Kinnan.
Beeline to okay.
And his
Yeah.
All
tongue.
they loot. I
Yeah.
am gonna get in the
You mean
hot tub.
feline?
Alright.
And I'm gonna just wash everything off. And I'm gonna then jump out and to those like blasted tiles and stuff, I'm just gonna cast mending. Just try and mend the place.
How long does it take for each mending spell?
It's a cantrip. So
That actually came in handy.
yeah, it takes 1 minute. So I'm gonna do it as long as it takes them to do
To
whatever
loot.
they're doing.
As I walk past Luna, then I'll be like, ugh. Don Siriette will be so happy with what you've done here.
What?
As in fixing the place.
We can't leave it like this.
Exactly.
Good.
I laugh as you rub his corpse, flapping about with his tongue. Look, cat's got his tongue.
Make yourselves your investigation checks if you'd like.
Alright.
I will assist Hood.
Just you to roll with advantage then.
You want to roll your own die?
I'm getting negatives for most things at the moment.
Sure, I roll the 6 then. You want to roll your own die? Roll your own die. Go. Thank you. Get the victory.
-1, that's a 13.
And Hood, what was it?
Investigation is this is straight 10.
10?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, there are 3 scimitars. There is one 2-handed axe that seems to be fairly mundane looking. The scimitars look a little bit old, actually quite old. The handle's almost rotted off the wood. The rusted scimitars, so the metal does seem a little bit unshining. It looks like there's been a bit of dirt on it too. Actually a fair bit, all over. So otherwise, you do find on Kinham as well, this is Sid, you find a torn piece of paper with some letters and writing on it. What languages do you know?
Undercommon and Elvish.
Okay. They are Elvish. So you read, if you want to read them, you can read them.
Yeah. I will read it aloud so everyone can.
All right. As you read it, it says, and it shows like 2 sentences, and then the rest of it's ripped off. It's probably about a quarter of a page, but in big letters in black ink it reads, "Magic gone," or "Magic is gone," while we emerge.
Do I see you pick that up?
Yeah.
Yeah, I read it aloud so everyone.
What's with all these people having ripped up pizzas and notes? This could not be helpful.
Well, I mean, it could have been in his mouth, and then I might actually, with that same roll, look in his mouth, or
Look in his mouth. The most you find is you actually do find
The day has come where we've used the word gape on this street.
you find a small diamond instead of a tooth
I will
at the very back.
ceremoniously rip that out.
Alrighty.
Did you hear what he said before? When we came into the room, he alluded that he was being controlled, but no, we killed the cultists, and yet here we are.
Yeah, so these are the conclave people he spoke of when you use your womanly ways on him.
Yes. Yes. I think he also knows that he huffed all that magic red dust that came out. I think he was being controlled. Yeah.
Is there any remnants of those other bodies?
Oh yeah, they're husks though. They are whatever skin is left on them is just torn asunder by the spells that Luna has cast and the damage that you did, and the flames. So it's all very, very just bare bones and rotting as well.
Were any of them vampires?
from what you've read and what you might be looking for, these beings, as the myth of vampires having these fangs and what you've been tasked to find, they didn't have any teeth on them at all.
Okay.
They otherwise just look like cursed humans, it seems.
I dare say this is where the bodies he was procuring end up.
I would imagine so, but to what purpose?
I guess whatever these conclave things are, inhabit them. That's probably why they don't want bloated, large, rotting,
Yes, that would explain a lot.
boorish men.
Although, when I look at the slop around me, it's not like they were doing much better.
Hmm. The conclave. Perhaps we should investigate this a bit more when we get the opportunity.
Hmm.
Now that Kinham is gone, his house is free, and his wares are out in the open.
That is a very good point.
I'm more concerned about what's behind the curtain, though.
Yes.
What a weird curtain.
We're only going to know if we go.
Is that a smart idea considering his corpse is here?
Well, I mean, perhaps his...
We've already exited the house of, well, the store of, our friend who touched the mushroom, or smelled it. And we were we weren't seen exiting it, but it would be weird if we were placed there and there was a body and then Kinham was placed here and we were here and then we're at his shop and there's a body.
Kinham attacked us. We've done no wrong here.
We'll have to check.
I know, but maybe that's not how they see it.
We'll have to check on Seafoam. There.
Well, yes.
Yeah, we should.
But first, and then I'll bomb dive into the cleanest looking pool.
It's the hot one.
Yeah, I'll bomb dive into the hot pool and swim around a bit and try to get some
Hey, I'm
blood
in
muck
here.
off me.
I mean, it's still, yeah, so you did see Luna go in there first, and it's still a little bit discolored, but once you're in there, definitely discolored. But you do get most of that off.
I'll pop my head up from under the water and...
Don said no excrement in the pool.
I really fucking like bathhouses now. This was fun.
I liked it better without the blood.
Yes. I had the thought. The theatre was supposed to be fun and that didn't turn out too good.
Oh, I still had fun. Except for the...
Killing?
Yeah.
Hmm.
We need to stop at a post office.
Yes.
Alright.
Let's have a battle at the post office.
Before we go face Dawn, I'm gonna go get myself a sandwich from that.
I would like to check on, what was the name again?
Donsorit. I wrote it down, but illegibly. Oh, what? Yep.
Allegedly wrote it down.
No. Badly is what I meant.
I'll just call out from the bar. Hey, Steve-Bone, you dead?
No. And you can see the door opens, and in comes the like a small tray with four levels to it. A silver tray, a silver sort of little cart, and these beautiful silverware plates with the lids on them, the domed lids. And he looks around. He doesn't even really give it too much, I guess, look as he comes towards you. Looks like you've gotten rid of the bad. Thank you very much.
Oh, we didn't mean to do this.
No, please, you have likely saved my establishment. Thank you very much.
You've been a gracious host. Thank you.
I hope the massages have been good, and I'm glad to see you all alive.
I've tried to mend it as much as I can, but
Oh no, please allow me.
this was the best I could do.
Your meals are served anyway.
This was really awkward timing.
Please eat in the gardens while me and my workers will clean up here.
I'm gonna lean into sit. I'm surprised how well he's taking this. Usually we get yelled at.
Yeah. Maybe
Come back here.
maybe we should send Lena here, or Leela here for some training.
Perhaps.
Thank you.
I'm going to take some food
Our
and
pleasure.
head on out to the garden.
Is there champagne here?
You gonna put your clothes on before you eat, Bella?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
I mean, you don't have to be yourself. Your best self. You're beautiful.
I'm up here now.
I put my robes back on. Before I do, seriously, can you get this mark off me?
I think you do it.
Yeah. And I'll have to use a few times, so it'll probably take about half a minute. I'll press the digitation below clean.
All right.
I will just bag down my hands and stuff like that.
Okay. The extremities.
I'll get around to the backside and go, oof, this might take a bit longer. Yeah, well.
Again, I'm up here.
Get in there nice and deep like you ever. Sit.
Never thought I'd be working in an aged care facility. Cleaning up the elderly.
Oh, you are. Sorry.
I'm gonna call out to them. Come on!
Yes, sandwiches, let's go.
As you all walk out, you see that the outside is beautifully clean and green. The grass is illuminated, and there's a small pond that has a small waterfall on the very corner, and this small secluded courtyard seems to have these bushes of amazing luscious and large flowers and leaves around. And you make your way to some of the seating that's on the veranda that goes along the outside of this courtyard, and you see the beds of flowers. You see that there are some berries, some other fruits that are pickable as well, just simply to eat. And you open up these dishes, and you can see the same rice and those and the ox meat and the other vegetables and fruit that and the wine that has been served, this bright green wine, which is just as sweet as it is dry. And you take your fill, and it is a beautiful meal. You take probably a good 20 minutes or so, or half an hour to eat through, and you are quite full afterward, with the thanks of Don Charit as well.
What do you think I should tell Philorel?
No one has to worry about potential enemies.
I wonder how he found us.
Not that subtle. Maybe a couple of traumatized children told them of an Aarakocra that berated them.
We did tell multiple people that we were going to the bathhouse. We even asked one of the vendors about it.
Maybe one of those people who gave us a masseuse wandered out and opened their mouth.
Perhaps for the time being while we're
You
here
got to
now,
keep the masseuse?
No.
Wait, you keep the masseuse?
I don't think so.
Perhaps while the time being while we're here, we'll be a little bit more tippy-toey around our conversations where we have them.
Perhaps we should not overstay our welcome in this city.
Maybe we should not collide with children in the air.
Because
They collided with me, but that's fine.
Serve the purpose. No one got hurt.
well, yes, on the way up, perhaps we can check to do the potion. The fangs again.
Maybe not in the city is a good idea. Maybe elsewhere.
I think maybe painting the cart with doing some adjustments to it might be a good idea.
Get some rims, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if we are
It's
leaving,
some
does it
suspension.
matter? All carts look the same, right?
Oh, I mean, different lengths,
But like they're the same
different
color and
heights.
stuff.
Look, no one really paints their carts unless they're trying to. You do see one or two merchants be very flary and all very I guess outstanding with their just to make themselves look more noticeable. So every now and again you'll see them, but it's not common.
I haven't seen many painted carts.
It's just us in the courtyard.
You
yeah.
said that you
It's just
didn't
you.
want to stand out. Why
Ah,
would we
with-
paint it if we didn't?
With the blood and the wheat that's been in there, and now that
I don't think the wheat bleeds.
well, no, but boy did.
Smells like cotton candy still though.
It does. You're right.
But actually
We could clean
look
it.
around the
It's another
courtyard
option.
and
suss out if any of
Cleaning
the
would be
workers or Seafoam is kind of like looking in?
Sure, make a perception check.
I'm a little bit suspicious that they were so cool with all of this. Hey, 18.
18, okay. You look around and you notice that Don Sarit is one of the doors, or the door that leads into the foyer, is just slightly ajar, and you think you did notice him looking towards you. But as your gaze sort of looks towards the door, whatever figure was there, you thought it was Don Sarit, is just passing by.
What Seafoam might be keeping tabs on us here.
Well, if I'd lost my hunter card, I'd be very suspicious also.
Yes, I'm sure that's it. I'm sure that's
Well,
his
the
biggest
card-
concern today.
Well, the card symbolizes paranoia, and
She did mention that.
4 of them in total lost it, and there were 4 enemies that entered. So maybe it was an omen overall, and he has every right to feel paranoid.
Also did offer up a lunch quite quickly after massacre in his bathhouse. Perhaps he's trying to keep us here until someone else arrives.
To Don Sarit's convenience, the food was about to come anyway.
I have 4 toes. There's a pattern here.
You have 4. We've had this discussion.
I mean, Sid, I have no problem interrogating him if you want.
It's not bad, I'm just saying, be mindful.
To my point before, you're right, yes. Perhaps we do need to be a bit more
Do I need
mindful
to
of that.
school you and Phil around Spycraft?
Perhaps. You'd make a valuable member of our group, but right now,
I'm very subtle.
I've noticed that tongue was the top of subtlety.
Where will we go? If we're not staying in the city, where should we go?
Well, that's actually a good point. It's quite a bit's happened.
Perhaps we spend the night here and discuss this over the evening.
Well, we did want to go and have a nice dinner somewhere, right?
Yes. I think, let's go somewhere else where there's less prying eyes.
I know we're eating lunch now, but maybe we find somewhere to bed down for the night, get the horses taken care of. Maybe not Leela's, where people die.
Head out in the morning.
Or we could complete the pattern and just keep going
Kind
there.
of taking liking to that place now.
I do
I
like
wonder how
it.
many times I can sell it as Bearhead.
I don't think you should do that.
It's kind of funny.
I think it's kind of mean.
Yeah.
Did you see him rip that guy's tongue out?
Is the
It's
Mouse
all
King
relative.
still an Old Rechi?
Well, that guy also did stab me.
A lot of people stab us.
Do they?
Yes.
A lot of
A
people
lot of
stab
people might end up with their tongues hanging out their neck.
A lot of people stab me. That was very impressive, by the way. I didn't know you could turn into a
Wait, Velo, are you talking about your freaky stuff again?
You'll know what I'm talking about that. That was very impressive. I didn't know you could turn into an actual constellation.
I look at my still shining constellation that lasts for an hour and I go,
Yeah, I told you all. Energy, moon, stars, sun.
It's much more impressive than when I blasted the walls.
I will drop the constellation at this point.
Were you about to heal Kidham too?
Hey, babe. My eyes aren't what... I'm naked and I'm in the path. My eyes aren't what they used to be. You're lucky you got your heels.
Speaking of, I'm
I
gonna
appreciate
go
that.
dress.
I'm gonna go get dressed. While they and put all my equipment and stuff on while they talk.
Perhaps you could take the second lens off?
That's not... I don't have control over that. It's like asking you not to blink. Blink
Alright.
yourself.
Must be an old person thing.
As you watch Luna disappear, Luna, you gather your things and in solidarity redress. As you all also finish your meals. Do you also want to dress and then head out? All right. And where are you going? The
I'd
cart is intact, and you retrieve Abigail and Marjorie again.
Where is the Mouse King?
Riverland, or heading there.
I'd like to go to a post office, if that's okay. I really need to send this letter and make sure they send the cards.
I wouldn't go to the Mages Guild. Everyone seems to recommend them, but I said something with Joyce's something or other. About going through 10 pages of notes.
Do you think?
Joyce's travels.
Do you think you could show me?
Yeah, I think it was back in the market district, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well then I'll poke my head into the dome, and I will say,
Is there anywhere closer than the market district aside from the Mages Guild that I can post a letter?
The Vim Trading Company also has a mail service. And you can see him. He's sort of is back behind his desk, sort of writing in his ledger again, looking up towards you.
Is it closer?
Just a block away on the east.
Okay. Thank you. You have been very helpful.
You have also, thank you. And remember that 1 hour extra of complimentary experience in
We'll
the
leave
past.
the enemies next time.
Oh no, not at all.
You seem pretty accommodating to this. Bit of an unusual response.
We have, because of the way people bathe, we tend to get brawls quite often here. It's not an uncommon thing. In bathhouses, people tend to feel more free, more confident to have their fisticuffs. Unfortunately, this is more not like that. No, I did not mean.
this stream is not for children.
How often do you change the water in there?
We change it every hour. Every hour. No one has been here earlier today, apart from us. Anyway, that is why. It's not something I'm fazed by. I assumed it was simply a rivalry or something once again that we get. It's part of the fee, to be honest with you. Some of the hidden coin, it does go towards repairing and repairing and repairing.
Oh my god, I didn't know bathhouses were so difficult to maintain.
Neither did I.
Well, I hope the best for you and your company.
I appreciate
This
it.
has been an experience.
Hopefully a better one next time you return.
I was pretty happy with this.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Where can we leave a review?
Your kind words throughout the marketplace are all that's needed. If you make a recommendation to one person, it is all I ask.
There's a true champion here with me in a tarot card.
Oh, even more of a voice you would have. I would appreciate it thoroughly. And I thank you
I
for...
had a really good visit. Aside from the killing.
I'm sorry. Yes,
It's not your fault.
It was a little bit thrilling though, yeah? We're alive, we have our faculties.
good.
It was nice to practice that, Moons.
That was very cool.
Well, enjoy your stay in Old Rechi and come back again when you can.
Might ask, would you know if the Fighters Guild is here?
They are, yes, they do have a presence in Old Rechi, of course.
And in what district?
I believe... Common?
Yes?
Common district. They tend to advertise to those who are poorer, need purpose in life.
Yes, good. Good coin to be made.
Oh, absolutely, yes. Mercenary work is quite fruitful if you survive it.
Perhaps you should be putting those posters up in here with all the comments you have going on.
Perhaps. Well, please come again. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Don.
And as you exit this place once more, headed to wherever you go next, and perhaps outside of Old Rechi, once your tasks here are complete, we will end it there for tonight.
Dratini drops in.
As we end the session, Dratini Trainer Yang joins us. Welcome and good night.
We need to find someone to raid anyway.
Yeah, we do need to find some trade. Let's do that, actually. That's a really good idea. Let's have a look.
I can send you someone if you like.
That'd be great. Let's go into that and get that ready. Otherwise, I hope everybody's had a really good time. I had a great time. It was, I think it was a pretty cool sesh.
You enjoyed the tailbite.
Very different first half to second half.
It was,
Yeah.
wasn't it? Yes. Quite so.
With sexy.
Well done.
Yeah, anyone who's been enjoying the stream, please comment if there's anything there that you really like and like to see more of.
Yeah.
So Jordan's point of balance there was quite good. Hey.
Good job.
Yeah.
Is it exclamation?
You should just be able to hit a button to do it. Like a raid button on the right hand side.
It didn't work.
On
Oh,
Twitch.
maybe. Yeah. Know what you mean. Okay, cool. Well, we're going to raid. Can I say who we're going to raid?
Yeah, we're gonna go to wisdom saves.
Yeah.
Hey.
Go with saves. Absolutely.
Yeah, friend.
Because they're cool. Let's have a quick look here. I'll find the button
You
and
can
then
even
we'll.
fast forward the raid by hitting go. When you get
Really?
it up. Yeah. It'll start the little countdowny thing, and then you can hit boom.
Oh, there you go. Coolio. Well, everybody have a good night, and we'll see how we go. And go into that raid and enjoy.
Stick around for the raid, please.
Yeah, definitely. No, it says ready to raid in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
It's no, it's already in there. I think. No, wait. Okay. See you later.
Thank you. Ciao.
Wow.
Ready.
Oh, I need to be.